All right, we're back. We are back. Finally. And onward. This will probably take us right up to the start of the actual MSI games, if I had to guess. I'm a little tired, guys. I have a very long night ahead of me, so I just spilled a little coffee on the floor. Bear with me. If I'm a little bit low energy. Because I gotta stay up all night to watch the games tonight, and then we'll do, right after they end, we do Power Spike. And then finally, I will be able to sleep. Yeah, I'm back in the States right now. All right, we're gonna try and power through though. I'm not a stream beast like Dom. It's hard for me to do 2 of these streams in one day. Aren't games later tonight? Games start in 3 hours. Because there's 2 best of 5s tonight. The schedule is fucking nasty, man, if you're in NA. It's okay. Last time I have to do this. Enough whining. My life's not so bad. I have to watch video games. All right.
That, of course, does also open up, the Azir angles. I think in so many series. And already, one of the first bans, the Aurelion Soul, off the table there. That, of course, does also open up, the Azir.
Look at all those refs.
Angles. I think everybody.
Okay, so nobody wants to play against Humanoids LeBlanc. Ashe is banned. Jun has been very good at that, alongside his Renata Glask has been super good. Varus, all right. Kalista, first pick.
As you predicted, Vedi, do TL immediately fire back with something like Tsunami, or do they want to prioritize?
Okay, Lucianami, Kalista, Renata. Jun has been really good at that Renata. Xin Zhao has been a priority pick for Razork. And now we go into Camille bans, Volibear bans. Yep. Actually, Volibear's a little bit interesting. You'd expect it against Razork, not necessarily against UMT. Jax as a... This is a flex, so they just ban it because they don't want it to be flexed to R5. Cassante. So we're taking Zac Ori, so huge engage, huge ball delivery, either on Jhin or on Zac. Relatively low range, though, for Fnatic. Wow, 0 damage composition from Team Liquid. Interesting. I'm glad to see API playing the Taliyah again. It's been one of his better champs.
Very real, which is why Fnatic's goal should be to try and limit what APA can do.
Where's MSI taking place? Chengdu in China.
Surprised to see Razork doing a full clear bot side into something like a level 3 dive bot. The type of early game aggression is something that is very common.
I'm so glad we didn't see Aurelion Sol smolder again. Team Liquid's NA only draft.
Last year there were a lot of
can only win in NA.
Team kills. But this time we're going to get to see that rivalry. The last bastion for NA, their first seed, Liquid. We're hoping to see a little bit more from them. Fnatic, they did have a competitive series against Genji, but they ultimately still fell short in this.
Because you dishing out the quality content, Monty. Been watching for years now. I try, man. Thank you. Appreciate the nice words.
In our Mercedes-Benz featured matchup, Jun versus Core JJ, both these guys we're going to have to see because normally we like the roamers. Now, obviously, a lot more of a focus on the individuals.
Did lose to Jackie Love.
Okay, so no lane swap. Might be a little bit rough for Lucianami early.
Noah's stats a lot worse than Yon's stats in that matchup. He got a bit of redemption versus Pays.
But Noah is a dumpster fire, so...
Noah definitely is probably receiving a lot of heat. Some of the flashes as well in the previous series. But
you know what's interesting about Noah is, like, everybody really liked him when he started out on Fnatic, and he's just gotten worse over time.
will bring a lot more comfort to the bottom side of the map. And it looks
Fnatic's draft is very like straightforward, front to back team fighting.
like they are using prowess to gain control of the wave.
But we'll see. Yun is.
Thumbs up already from Humanoid. He's feeling confident. He's excited. Early push coming out from APA as Fnatic look to get a slow push building up on the bot side of the map. Very similar as top laners just go head to head and beat each other with a stick. Jungler's doing the full clear from top.
Why you got scammed watching Eurovision? Just watching Monty, man. Eurovision ended when Lordy won. Greatest Eurovision win of all time. I was a Lordy fan before they won Eurovision. A Lordy hipster.
Good ward coming through from APA.
But how could you even host Eurovision again? That's just the end of Eurovision right there.
Spot out Razork, but you would imagine that Humanoid shared that information with APA.
You couldn't possibly get a better band than Lordy
in previous series at this tournament.
at future Eurovisions. Shut it down.
They have a bit of priority here, but aggressive trading on the top side. The Zac, obviously just a super obnoxious pick, especially for players who aren't ready to see it.
Look at Razork here. I think he was able to navigate his way past the vision. No pings did come down from Team Liquid. He's going to avoid the Raptors.
What cuisine is Monty Lord eating? I was eating some street tacos that I made.
The Raptors as TL is unsure exactly where Razork is.
Yeah,
It turns out that Western Lucians can play Lucian. They just have to be able to scrim against Eastern teams, guys.
can assume that he has just skipped the Raptors and is passing downwards towards his bottom side, but as you say, they don't have the 100% confirmation there, so keeping them a little bit in the dark. And there you go, some more information on the minimap. You see Oscarin using that time, one of the benefits of Zac with the early pushing. He goes in and he got vision of enemy Krugs, so they know for sure that Umpty passed down bottom, and now TL as well. Also, visual confirmation here, both junglers well aware.
Both junglers now approaching the crab, but of course Fnatic have approximate information. They're not 100% sure where Umpty is. They just know the side of the map. Razork spotted on the way in. Talia now stepping down. You can see on the mini-map, but perhaps a 2v2 engage. APA just trying to zone.
Fnatic cheaping out and only flying to Chengdu 3 days before MSI paid off. Well, that's when their Riot tickets came in, guys. Fnatic didn't have to pay anything. Ooh, he's taking a lot of actual caster mini damage there.
Don't want to risk anything on that skirmish.
Yeah, you saw in the beginning of that skirmish, Humanoid with the range on...
Is G2 better than top esports right now? Yes! I'm saying yes. G2 beats top. We're going to get the matchup, guys. We're going to get the matchup. Surely G2 will not embarrass themselves versus PSG tonight, right, guys? Surely. Not like energy at World. Surely they will not completely shit the bed after looking good. Surely. And we will get the top esports G2 matchup that we want.
Flame bottom Scuttle Crab. Looks like Umpty's running pretty quickly towards top side of the map. But I think Razork should be able to get a top crab too because he has his smite as well.
Yeah, crazy that Razork was able to get both. I guess because the fact that he didn't see Umpty pass through mid lane, I guess gave him the information that he needed to say, you know what, he actually hasn't secured that top crab. Needs to be careful here though. You can see Humanoid hovering around the top side of the lane, ready to collapse. Flash forward.
Dude, I love Jun's flash handshakes, by the way.
Traded back. Gave him the information that he needed.
Jun has the balls, dude. He's got big, heavy, dangly balls, and he shows them to you every time he plays Renata Glask. I love it. This guy will flash like on cooldown for handshakes, and normally he hits them. Yeah, BLG or T1 currently. T1. Let's go T1. Should be a good series, though.
Only level 5 for impact. Oscar can get over there quickly with the elastic slingshot, but already the stun is now coming through. Razork in trouble, determined to try and take the camp, but it's costing him so much just to stick around.
It'd be fun to do an Avs watch party. Ooh, it would be fun. I myself am an Avalanche enjoyer.
The TP now comes through from Humanoid and Umpty. I think he's overstayed his welcome.
Yeah. Impact is teleporting back now, but Impact is really far. Zac would get there first.
Determined to keep this going. Level 5 now for Razork. Jun on the way up. That's the Weaver's Wall, though. Stun already going down. Should just be a quick kill onto the Zin. And
lol.
Timing, but they were damn wrong. Umpty waiting on the Arctic Assault.
Oh, Umpty's still dead.
He's going to get a kill back. Oscar Rennick doesn't have the elastic slingshot or does not obviously use it. Blood really
what is going on?
No. This is more than you're allowed. The TP now comes
costing him so much.
What is going on here? What the fuck is Razork doing?
The stun is now coming through. Razork in trouble, determined to try and take the camp, but it's costing him so much just to step up. Just support for support, flash trade overall. Nice.
So he's trying to jungle on the side that's pushed in, gets pushed out.
No, this is more than you're allowed.
They TP back in with Humanoid, but in the interim, guys, because Humanoid was back at base during this play. Right? APA is able to hit 6 off of the mid wave.
Impact is teleporting back now, but Impact is really far. Dak would get there first.
Impact invaded and then backed off, so now the wave is reversed. APA is 6 and just walls in. Alrighty. What a fiesta this is, by the way. AP has to flash out.
Does not opt to use it, so APA will be able to escape, or might just buy a bit of time here. Stretching strikes, will not find another target.
Got some bubble gum on his shoes on the way out, but he's going to be able to walk
I didn't
back.
want to be pedantic earlier, Betty, but that's an Intofu and that's a bubble gum, man. They're not hitting each other with sticks.
My apologies.
Specifics are important, okay?
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, getting into the specifics, it's TL that secure first.
Isn't Intofo not Intofu? I thought it was Intofo. I don't know. My knowledge of African-derived weapons is limited.
Look at this, the flash commit from Razor. He knows that Jun is behind and he wants to keep Umti here, preventing him from getting to the blast code, but that does ultimately cost him his life. They realize, oh, hang on, we're now in an awkward spot. APA is forced to flash away. Umti chooses to save it, accepting the trade in 1-for-1 for junglers.
Yeah, the big takeaway off of that one is going to be that there is now no flash in mid lane for APA, so we'll be a lot more vulnerable there. And as well, like you mentioned, Razork using his, but Xin might be a little bit more comfortable not having that summoner spell. Meanwhile, Fnatic still with...
Have I had Alsups? I don't know what those are.
Very marginal gold lead off of the extra CS that they've gone through lanes.
Have to see what it looks like at the level 6 point, though. Obviously, a lot more room for Noah to enable Jun, to allow him to step up and play more aggressively once he has access to the Fate Call. But we've seen so many games where culling, especially on the first strike Lucian, is really where you can start to be that nuisance, start to pull ahead in lane.
And the recall here where Jan's able to come back with the Noon Quiver is a really big one. For
I've been following Wolf for a while. Why is Jid picked now? Super good duelist, very good at zoning with his ultimate because he doesn't take damage. Very good at early aggression. Early aggressive junglers are in vogue. I wonder if APA had flash, if he would live through this. Well, we'll never know. Do I know the outcome of the series? Yes, but I don't know the drafts. I don't know who wins individual games. I have no idea who wins this game, for example.
Oscar going to get taken down slowly but surely. There's no TP on the side of Fnatic. Umti clean with it. Nope. Oh, yep.
They get the goo man in the end. Oscarin goes down. Honestly, that was a clean prediction there from Umti. Straight out of the fog of war right there immediately with the Sejuani ultimate, and they do get one back. But APA, you saw him get punched.
Do you think it's good business decision to fly with Riot instead of going early? Yes, I do. There isn't currently in esports winter any kind of additional incentive for performance at MSI, I would imagine. Like, Fnatic's not going to gain sponsors from doing better at MSI. The fact that they got to MSI is what matters. So why would you pay for a boot camp and earlier flights yourself? Hotels, food. I would do I hate to tell you guys, at this period of time, as a team, I would be so cynical. I would absolutely do what Fnatic did. There's no point to doing anything else. There's no additional sponsor money for doing anything else. Unless you can find a sponsor to pay for it. Be like, we're going to brand the boot camp and make content. But the teams are hurting really badly, guys.
Very common to play through this mid lane once they have the Xin Zhao.
Like, I know you guys don't want to hear that answer. It's like the same way I defend Immortals for having, like, a budget roster. Riot gives you X amount of money. Just spend that money and don't spend more money. Because spending more money doesn't make you more money.
Now, great play overall from Impact to set up this play in advance, bringing Oscar in underneath the tower, setting up a nice freeze, and then forcing him to overextend, resulting in a kill traded. Well played from TL as they're able to find something back after losing their mid laner.
Certainly the case. Santé going to feel a little bit more comfortable on the top side of the map. Extra bit of early MR.
Riot created
Well, we saw a great performance on BB from the
a
Zach.
garbage ecosystem for teams where spending more money doesn't mean you make more money. And all the sponsors got burned, and nobody wants to spend any money on teams now. Look at the team sponsorships. They're dog shit. The teams don't even have sponsors anymore.
Starts taking over fights pretty damn quick.
Certainly can.
FlyQuest made it to MSI. How many sponsors do they have? I'm going to look at their website. Liquid's the only team that has sponsors, but they signed like 10-year deals because they were smart. Other teams got greedy and they were like, we'll sign a short deal and then renegotiate for more money later. Team Liquid's like, we'll take less money, but 10 years. Also, Liquid has a lot of other business. Liquid is better at business than the other teams. Right now, FlyQuest has Logitech, who I'm guessing pays them almost nothing. They may, in fact, just be a product sponsor or a product in a tiny amount of money. And they have Andaseat. Don't even know what that is. They don't even have MasterCard anymore, FlyQuest. Oh, it's like Secret Lab. It's the racer chairs.
And this is going to be one of the big things, right? Because even in situations where you kind of look at the comps,
It's a racer chair.
How they execute, and you'd look on paper, well, Fnatic have a very solid front line, they've got good utility, they've got good team fight damage, a lot of AoE, but Cassante can just cause so much disruption and chaos in the fight. What if he just removes Noah from the equation? Do you think this Callista is going to be able to deal with this Cassante?
Yeah, knowing what I know about Logitech and the way they're spending right now, and I do know some things about that, I would be surprised if that Logitech sponsor was worth hardly anything.
That control ward did see Razork on the top side of the map, so Umpty kind of hovering mid lane, and we're going to get a 2v2 possibly.
Razork still walking down into River, will sweep, and now going to spot out Umpty. Can ulti to block any APA follow-up, but won't be able to interrupt the flick back. And Razork just getting taken down clean and patient from Team Liquid. Meanwhile, on the top side, the all-in coming through, but there's no passive for the Zac. Quick thumbs up.
Impact actually just slapping Oscarinen around. Oscarinen's had a good tournament, though. However, I don't know what he's doing under the tower. Did you just get Q3'd?
Can ulti to block any APA follow-up, but won't be able to interrupt the flick back. And
Oh, no, he got pushed back. I'm watching it. He got W'd back into the turret. I'm watching Impact's on the minimap right now. How did he get W'd under the turret? No, he got ulted. He got ulted, not W'd. How did Impact get behind him?
So far this game, he ganked topside to get Impact ahead. Impact gets his solo bolo, and then he counters the game lead for the seismic sub from APA, and they get
holding on to both the flat gold lead.
CR to try to keep the team gold lead.
Impact just putting the team on his back. Solo kills into TP bot side. 10 minutes is the TP timer now, so... Well, he came to TP and to punch Jun in the face. He has no ult. Well, that was a terrible TP.
Keep Noah and himself alive. Razork now just peeling back, and sadly no one does any damage to Impact. Luckily the tower does, but TL out for blood here.
everybody's coming bottom except for Oscar, and he has no teleport. Impact a little frustrated because he teleported in and they couldn't get any kills there with the good ultimate from
ABA and a real chat. ABA used to play a lot of Taliyah. I mean, everybody says he was like a Taliyah A-Soul 2-trick in solo queue. His Taliyah's been good in the past.
Does allow Oscar to get a turret.
The crazy thing is we're just in APA meta right now. The fact that like his two best champs, Taliyah and Aurelion Sol, people say Ziggs too, but I mean, the fact that two of his champs are just meta is crazy.
Impact kind of empty-handed on the bottom side.
I mean, this kind of flips that solo kill that Impact was able to get, because the amount of gold that Oscar was able to get back puts him in a very comfortable position now. Shockwave comes through in the mid.
What? In the replay and also in live? All right, well, that was two Shockwaves.
Oh, this is when Razork died from earlier.
Yeah, okay, got it.
Meanwhile, in live, it looks like APA was able to get away with his life. But yeah, look at the changes.
Good combo.
Beautifully done from Team Liquid. Razork should have just committed the ulti earlier.
And now we're live again.
Oh, and
Jun is action. Jun is dead. Good job, APA.
I want to know how Oscar and died in the top side.
We saw a replay, a live Shockwave in the replay of another Shockwave. We've come back and Jun is dead. I don't quite know how we got here, but profit for Team.
I have no fucking clue what's going on, guys.
Not satisfied with that. About to eat a couple rocks to the face, and APA. Oh, little question mark. Blitzcrank. But
Noah getting dived.
Getting cold. John just walks up and autos him. Goodbye.
This game's such a fiesta. I love it. All right, Noah's alone under the turret because Jun died, and they know this, so they're just going to call him. Miss a bubble. Yun's locked into that angle, but it doesn't matter because he eventually gets over.
This is what you want from the TL bottom lane. And then you have Razork kind of chasing Umpty out of those grubs, but he's going to have to get out of there. He does steal one.
Dry as fuck tower dive. It was dry as fuck, but that's okay.
Razork goes in, tries to take it. Ulti out, wants to knock you on.
You can dry tower dive when there's a Kalista alone because Jun committed suicide in the river. Impact just solo farming bot side because Oscarinen is here trying to dive. So Impact is getting so much free golden XP. What a fucking fiesta, dude.
What is Fnatic doing right now?
What are they doing? He died to minions! He died to minions! Oscarinen dies to a minion wave! No, he dies to a tower. He walks back in and dies to a tower shot!
Absolute chaos happening on the map.
What is happening? Well, they killed him. But APA's coming? APA has phase rush, so he actually dodges Zac, but he still dies. What the fuck is happening? What is Impact doing bot side? Impact is now level 11. He's 2 levels up now. Jesus Christ. This guy, I have no clue what's happening in this game, guys. I am so confused right now about the game state. Impact is actually just going to get the entire bot turret because he was left down there. He now is 2 levels up over Oscarinen. I guess he's like a level because Oscarinen is 9, but he's almost 10.
Practically even. Let's try and take stock of what's happened off the back of that.
Everybody deep breath.
Yeah, deep
I have no idea what just happened. Any of it. Like, the problem is a lot of it was covered up by replays, so we didn't see any of the setup.
Please investigate.
So Humanoid is 3-0-1. That's the good news if you're a Fnatic fan. The mid laner is being set up for success. He's getting a lot of gold, and he's looking very fed. The good news if you're a TL fan is that Impact is not only playing Cassante.
Okay, now we know how Jun died.
0-0 and is 1k up over Oscar. So there's a lot of threats on both sides that are going to impact the upcoming fights. With the Dragon spawning in a minute's time and the Herald up, I imagine these two teams looking to brawl once again.
Thing is, APA also has 3 kills, so it's only an 800 gold diff for Humanoid. Double stun, nice. What the fuck is Oscarinen doing?
Phase rush coming out, zooming out to safety, gets up against the wall, needs the rock surfing to take over, trying to sidestep on a Humanoid. Impact coming in the meantime. APA living for a second too long. Can TL get the follow-up? 4-man core of Fnatic standing strong. Noah coming in, but they don't have a lot of upfront damage. TL now retreating. They're down a man. They've still got most of their cooldowns, however, cooling off.
TL split their plan right there. They got distracted by Oscar. Oscar was distracting them up into the...
Yeah, why the fuck were they going after Oscar when everybody was collapsing onto APA? This is so weird. Sojin, hey, thank you. Welcome back. Wait, APA TP'd onto this? Why is he TP? Dude, he got betrayed by his team. He got betrayed. He thought they were coming down, but instead they just focus Oscarinen, who has flash up. They grief him. Poor APA, dude. They call for the TP and then they just abandon him. Noah coming in, but they don't have a lot of upfront damage. TL now retreating. They're down a man. They've still got most of their cooldowns, however, cooling off. APA could have ulted out. No, his ult's down. Standing strong. Noah coming in, but they don't have a lot of upfront damage. TL now retreating. They're down a man. They've still got most of their cooldowns, however, cooling off.
TL split their plan right there. They got distracted by Oscar. Oscar was
shouldn't he have TP'd mid where his team was? I mean, why did he TP at all? Riddle me this, Twitch chat.
Getting ahead of the clock. Impact stepping up.
Impact is 2 levels up. They know where Oscarinen is, so they know Oscar's here and there's 2 here. Oh, it's 50 seconds until Drake. Why not just take the turret, recall TP? You should read YouTube chat as well. I do. Thank you very much. The fact people say a bunch of stuff about Gen G playing badly today, then games like this make even the worst Gen G look incredible. So true. They were gonna collapse on Humanoid, but then they got distracted by Zach. Zach was so shiny. They were so horny for Zach. Oh, thank you very much, Sojin, for your membership. So your problem is assuming they have a plan. I appreciate your membership on YouTube, and I do read YouTube. Thank you very much.
He doesn't have passive. He lost it in the last fight, but now it's APA in trouble. Phase rush coming out, zooming out to safety, gets up against the wall, needs the rock surfing to take over, trying to sidestep on a Humanoid. Impact coming in the meantime. APA living for a second too long. Can TL get the follow-up? 4-man core of Fnatic standing strong. Noah coming in, but they don't have a lot of upfront damage. TL now retreating. They're down a man. They've still got most of their cooldowns, however, cooling off.
TL split their plan.
I mean, why TP at all? You could push top and then go take Herald.
Oscar was distracting them up into the river, and then he flashes.
Like, Oscar is gimped right now. He has no TP. He's like a level down. Impact is huge. You're fine.
They end up giving over the extra kill there. That super deep ward that APA tried to teleport on. He just got focused.
Gentlemen, I don't know about you, but I'm having a lot of fun right now.
I'm enjoying myself too, but I feel like the secret to getting them to kill each other again is just to say, well, it's time to take stock of the game, and then they'll start fighting.
Hang on a second.
And speaking of, MasterCard lane economy snapshot.
I mean, Razork will go in on this. He feels confident enough to fight, know his position. All right, he's fine. He's been able to regroup with his team. Where's Humanoid? Still far from the fight, though.
Congrats on Yon. Yon playing really far up. I like that confidence from a Fed Lucian. Dragon will just fall down. The second for TL, getting closer to Soul, and it'll be infernal.
Powerful. Herald now becomes unlocked for Fnatic, right? They're going to move up. They've got a slow push setting up in the top lane. They've been able to clear out mid. Humanoid is sitting bot lane, doesn't have the TP. This could be a window for TL to actually force a fight. Impact can join the fight at any moment, but you know what? TL have said we've just secured the Dragon. We're not going to overstay our welcome. We'll catch what waves we can, and we'll concede this for now.
Surprising not to see them try to get aggressive there, use the Weaver's Wall, but
Kalista looking like doo-doo again. It's the permanent state of Kalista doo-doo-ness.
Just about to come off cooldown if they're not 100% confident in that timing.
Kalista gets lane swapped on and then looks like poo-poo.
To try and milk as much farm as possible. He's got a full level over APA. Same can be said for Impact in the top lane, but let's look back at this fight.
Yeah, so this is the one where clearly the original call is, hey, teleport down, we're going to long chase on them. But then the Lucian, Nami, and Sejuani all kind of get distracted up there. Also, yeah, I mean, that was
APA is just left out to dry, guys. I don't blame APA for this. This is his team's fault 100%. Like, they called for this, man.
Right into our open arms with the shockwave there.
The one member that isn't scary when they TP in.
Yeah.
Right? You're riding a rock wall in, you're sculpting the terrain in your favor. Talia's a little scary. The TP, face first into the Orion is Ins out. Maybe not ideal.
The one person we haven't talked about at all really this series is Yon, sitting right now at 2 items on the Lucian. He should be coming into these fights feeling strong, feeling confident. He's got a 1k gold lead over Noah as well. He's level 10 to boot. I think that TL, looking ahead at these team fights, if they can just get the optimal setup, there's definitely a world where they can win out. Their big problem is
like, you don't just like make that play. I mean, even if he was the one who made that decision, he's like, guys, I'm TPing bot. His team can't just get distracted by this stupid ass Zach.
Get stronger.
And it will be tough for Yon to navigate these fights, right? You are the Lucian, you have a cleanse, you have a dash, but there's a Zac, a Xin, a very fed Orion. If you can keep it to that 1v1, I think much stronger champion than the Kalista as we get later.
What is AWS? Powered by AWS. It's the Amazon servers.
I've got an update.
Hosting.
Humanoid did indeed all chat. He said mid no TP.
Amazon Web Services.
He likes that TP in the last play.
We're going for the plausible deniability.
Yeah, he's
just timing it. He's just timing.
That is very EU solo queue.
Mid missing. What can we get through the filter, boys? That's the question.
Umpty hovering around Bob, but Razork's here to cover. A 2-level difference between the junglers. Lost track of that. Of course, Umpty Just a single minion should be enough to get him to level 10, but still, Dragon in about 2.5 minutes. Baron's going to be on the table in a minute and a half. Not that I expect that in the immediate future, but you can see we're approaching, well, we're fully into the mid-game, and both these teams are raring to go.
Okay, so Humanoid does have a very big lead here on the Orianna, so Shockwave is going to be the key thing to dodge here for TL. But TL are on their 2-item power spike for Lucian. Yon and Core JJ are the fully operational Lucian Nami. It's level 11 with your rapid fire on top of your static shiv. That's where you want to really try and plant your feet in mid lane and get as many little chunks on people to open up ways for your team to then get objectives.
You think the NA is just getting lucky
of this Orianna
by getting Fnatic when they got anything else to be going home after dropping to the lower bracket? I mean, but that's the way this tournament is designed. That's what double elimination does, guys, is it puts the weaker teams against each other for more competitive matches in the lower bracket. So I don't really understand the point. I mean, I, for one, am happy we're seeing this matchup. This is what we want more. We want more NA versus EU.
Use it when you're on this wave, and with the dragon spawning in about a minute's time.
You guys overrate PSG, by the way. PSG is not very good.
Throw it out, chunk down AD carry, maybe chunk down Humanoid. Just do as much damage as you can in advance, because that's how you gain that mid control and make it that
Maple and Woody fucking suck.
to then control the river.
Guys. Junjia, Betty, and to a certain degree, Aja completely carried them. And, like, just ban Zeri.
We will all be tracking Humanoid. He also has Flash up and available, so I think that Fnatic might actually try and look for something on the next dragon. It's 50 seconds away. If you can get vision, Zac is always a very good delivery system for the Orianna Shockwave.
Maple apparently never recovered from his time in NA. The skill vampires got to him, and the skill hasn't come back.
Nice trade there from Yon. Exactly, the good timing as well. 35 seconds until the dragon. Noah,
dude, Woody is so bad.
To get some of it back, but TL doing a good job of controlling this mid wave for now.
And I love how aggressive Yon is.
The Woody versus Busio matchup was probably the worst matchup between two players that we're going to see at MSI.
So many other players are going to dash out, but Fnatic have first access to the Drake here, and this is going to be a big deal. They have to be careful. So many members of Fnatic in the area. Zac in the Fog of War, Herald.
Maple played in NA? Oh, don't tell him about the TSM times.
Sejuani can try and Q bump the Zac as the Zac goes for an engage.
Impact's going to tick over to level 13 soon. There it is.
Off to the side.
Escorting the Herald into mids.
Dash down for Yon for a few more seconds. Need to track the Orianna ball. They take their eyes off it. They very likely lose the fight. Impact starting to step up here.
I like this play from
Whatever happened to Kea duo?
Just playing respectfully, conceding the space.
Whatever happened to that guy that Peter Zhang scammed onto the team? Surely he's still a professional player, right? He was good enough to be recruited by TSM.
Berserk, but he immediately is going to cleanse out. The Lucian is still standing. Oscar doesn't have a backline to do the damage. Razork finally entering the fight, but it's on the core JJ. RG assault from Umpty.
APA's finally here.
Support to keep core up. Yon still ready to throw down a bit more, but APA off to the side. Split from TL. They're trying to converge on Fnatic. Razork forced to use the ultimate. TL slowly pulling ahead in the fight. Umpty.
Okay, no wall for APA. That's unfortunate. Would be nice to use it here.
Early damage onto Oscar. Passive already proc. And Fnatic now realize this fight might just be done. Impact going in. Bailout not nearly enough. TL.
No rend.
Team Liquid showing patience in
Impact gets out of rend range.
Exactly what we were talking about. He waits for the jump from Zac. He Q bumps him, stops the original engage, and Team Liquid slowly whittle down the front line and go for the long chase on the play. That's definitely going to be at least the Baron start, and I don't see a way for Fnatic to stop it.
And I gotta say, Umpty in this game, the previous series looked a little bit rough. I thought we might get Volibear, Jax, the early action, the comfort, but Sejuani normally such an
I'm gonna look him up. Whatever happened to him?
So much in the early game and did so much in this fight.
Kea duo.
Outstanding. This is already after they stuffed the original gauge. This is the long.
He was a temporary sub on JDG last year. He's not even playing. He was on Joy Dream, which I assume is an LDL team.
It's a shame we didn't get to see earlier in the fight because patience was the biggest factor there for Team Liquid. The Shockwave
it's JDG's LDL team.
Only connecting onto core JJ.
All right, I did the thing where I'm on the computer with less memory. And so I broke it, and it likes to shut down OBS. That's its favorite thing to do. So sorry about that. Rip my viewership. It's because I opened Liquipedia. Or it was Gamepedia actually. And it loaded all the ads and then it used up too much memory. Thank you. Hothnaig. He is back. I thought you can't handle watching this TL. I mean, I'm struggling to watch this TL versus Fnatic game. I'll be honest with you.
To try and milk as much farm as possible. He's got a full level over APA. Same can be said for Impact in the top lane. But let's look back at this fight.
Yeah, so
I was looking up Kea Duo to figure out that he was, in fact, on JDG's B team, but is no longer playing for them.
Nami and Sejuani all kind of get distracted up there. Also, yeah, I mean, that was actually
the one person
need to throw down a bit more, but APA off to the side. Herald getting dropped.
Where we were on the Baron. Thank you, Calabog, for your Twitch Prime sub. I appreciate you.
Of course, they did such a good job there. Impact had chunked Noah really low previously.
Is Monty spoiled on this game? No, I don't know who wins this game.
Yeah, I think it's a shame we didn't get to see earlier in the fight.
Is that for Stormgate? Potentially, yeah. I want some RTS to do well. Just download more memory. I know, right? I'm not on my normal PC because I'm in the States. This PC has a paltry 16 gigabytes of memory, which is challenging when you have so many programs like I have running to stream.
Target focus from Fnatic was all over the shop. Great play from TL as they find themselves 2 dragons up. They can set themselves up for the 3rd. They have the Baron. They're set up to take game 1 of this series.
All right, so they get Baron. Sorry, I had to find the right spot in the game.
They have to respect this Red Bull Baron power play. Have to give up the 3rd Drake to the side of TL. It's tough if Fnatic want to crawl their way out. We talked about it, the death cap so far ahead of schedule.
Black screen. Fine. Hold up. Sorry. I have to reset everything. It's so annoying. Okay, here you go. Oh, you guys want to see stuff? Whiners.
That fight is like a tickle fedora. You know, it's doing absolutely. If you're only hitting the Nami, it doesn't matter how much you spend on it. It's not going to do.
These bouncers on Team Liquid.
It's very cool that Fnatic decided to just do nothing this game.
Well, and now slowly, again, with patience, sieging the objectives.
Oscar, good interrupt on the back. Humanoid just continuing to pressure on the side lane. We'll get the objective bounty. We'll stop, really, the effectiveness of this Baron. TL have gotten a single tier 2 from this. Only a 40 gold Baron power play.
This has been pretty well played by TL, honestly. Outside of the weird river play that they made, aren't too many complaints. I mean, Impact is fucking owning. Yun and Core JJ are doing well. They figured out how to create pressure with Lucian Nami. Razork, you have no ult. Oscar, you're dead. Why are we all ending on a Lucian with flash? Okay, Impact is going to murder them all now. Okay, W. He's going to W them back. W. Where's your W? No, you don't feel like it. Q3. Oh, he yanked him out of midair. Well, they got shut down on Delusion, so they got that going for him.
A one-sided slaughter as Team Liquid completely wiped Fnatic off the map. In under 26 minutes, they already have their eyes on the Nexus.
Siege in on the bottom.
Can someone who knows LOL tell me what our Pedro peeps on Reddit is? I watch SI without knowing LOL, and it's popping up on my feed. It's Cadrill's Reddit.
Side power play gonna fade away. It was so close to just being even, but TL find the angle to force the fight. Fnatic overstep into their own jungle, just looking for a bit of vision, and it costs them. The bot side inhibitor costs them 3,000 gold.
No sooner does Betty say that the foot is on the brake than Fnatic slam the gas and they go for the full chase.
It's nice that they get the Jhin ult preemptively, but they can't keep fighting this. And like the degree to which they go after Yun here is crazy. Yun actually just waits for Jhin Zhao to E to him so that he can't E to him over the wall even though he's marked.
So he jumps in on the Zac, immediately gets
but that play is horrific if you know that the Lucian has flash.
He had a sick follow-up there as well. on the Talia. There goes the ultimate from K'Sante, getting Humanoid back from the Blast Cone jump.
I mean, this game, it feels like that it's just been disrespect from Fnatic. They've tried to outplay Team Liquid, and TL have had none of it. While Humanoid may have gotten the better of APA, the overall team performance has been so much cleaner from Team Liquid. 3 dragons up, the Infernal Soul spawning in about 2 minutes' time. TL, they need to keep this control to close out game 1.
Get the engage coming in from Impact. Quick lockup here. Hostile takeover again, but no follow-up onto Umpty. Coling does big damage onto Razor. He's not going to get a chance to put CL, just barely. Now trying to dash away. Impact can't quite finish the kill. The bailout coming through.
Wow, it's crazy that they're living through this. Everybody on 1 HP. Noah, what are you doing? No, you don't win that. I mean, okay, he won it, but he still dies, so it's not worth.
Fnatic trying to fight their way out, but Team Liquid close their.
Razork's been on the struggle bus this game, man.
Teleport towards mid lane. They're gonna lay destruction to these towers.
This game is unanalyzable, by the way. This is I have no idea what was happening in the mid game, so it's just been a fiesta start to finish.
Team Liquid will not be disrespected. 2 inhibitors down. They slowly and methodically will rotate up to top side as Umpty barely finishes this tower.
I really thought that they would.
Did ABA do any typing to top when they played yet? I don't know. PSG told him to shut up, though, right? Or did Top tell him to? No, Tian told him to shut up. Yeah, they did.
Kind of getting collapsed on. Sandwiched is a great word, Kobe. A good ultimate from Jin to buy him some space, but then Razork he re-engages. Of course he does. Jumps onto Umpty. Yondo.
Dude, Razork playing without his ultimate. Holy moly.
Because that's the only real threat that he has. He disengages, but the fight is so one-sided as APA takes out Humanoids, and TL wipe Fnatic off the map once again.
Yeah, I thought Noah would lose this.
Onto Humanoid, that was over the wall down there. That got Humanoid's flash, and then 4J.
It was close.
Nami ultimate back to live, and TL continue their race.
Why are you back in the States at the moment? I had some work to do with Play Versus.
Now TL, it feels like they should just be able to push in. They don't really have the weight.
I'm doing some consulting for them.
To try to make the end happen here. They are 18 seconds, excuse me, away from Soul. Jun will get the recall off, and it seems like, again, the more reserved call from TL. Fnatic, obviously a team known for their proficiency.
Have I watched G2 versus T1? Yeah, it's on my YouTube channel. There's a highlights video, and if you go into live, you can see the full VOD of my analysis.
Fnatic, they can't help themselves. Dying to their own namesake, the Fnatic of it. Cold, controlled discipline, and oh my god, if at first it works again.
It was the delicious cinder, guys. Humanoid was called to pick up the delicious cinders spawning in front of the deadly Fnatic brush, where he eats a culling.
Dying to their own namesake, the Fnatic death brush turned against them. TL reading Fnatic on every play, every single time they move to contest with vision. They just play for the kill.
Yeah, I think they're just gonna
Play Versus is the American high school program, so I'm helping out with some high school esports stuff.
The Nexus is in their eyes. APA pushes
They used to suck, but now they have new management, so they're better.
They'll take their time, but they have their goal in mind.
Pack frontlining. Oscar going to struggle to channel the elastic slingshot to get into the backline. Umpty careful to hold the Arctic Assault as long as possible. Ulti coming in. The Fate's call from Noah. Resetting Jun. Siege on the bottom side. Impact going in, trying to isolate a single target. Unstoppable now.
Well, their old CEO was terrible. The new management team, I think, is a lot better. They made it basically like Play Versus used to charge high schools to compete, and high schools famously are not rich organizations. And it was kind of like a protection racket because Riot invested in Play Versus and then gave Play Versus exclusivity. So unless you paid Play Versus, you couldn't play high school League of Legends, which is probably why we don't have any high school players in League of Legends anymore. And that's why NA is dead. Because the company that Riot invested into to run high school esports ran a protection racket against American high schools. The new version of Play Versus made it free to play.
Now on a rampage, Humanoid is here. Shockwave is available, but it's just not going to be enough. The Nexus is falling. Team Liquid holding the line, holding hope for North America as they knock down Fnatic in this first game.
Team Liquid with some immaculate team fighting this one. And my honors are going to Umpty.
One of my friends is an esports coach at his high school, and when Play Versus came in, everything died. Yep. But it's I'm trying to fix things because I care.
Then using the vision that he had on Razork to get the counter gank, set them up to be able to play out those team fights in mid lane.
And I gotta say, when you
Maybe
look
there's
at the
hope.
series on paper,
I already do
this is
Gen
not
G.
the
Yes, I
Fnatic
did it
fight
earlier.
we're
It's in the live tab of my
This is where
YouTube channel.
Team Liquid were supposed to struggle. This is
Or
where-
it's in a Twitch VOD also. Wherever you want to watch it, it's there. Why is Ori death audio so loud? I don't know. It's like it's the tire burnout sound. I don't know. It's very loud though. Feel free to skip game 2. I wish I could skip this whole series. That dude, after watching Top Esports Gen G, this was a fucking ride.
I heard a stat though, which was this split, Fnatic have won all of the series where they lost the first game.
Yeah.
So is does that give you any confidence?
No.
Okay, well, let's get into the draft then.
What esports are popular enough to get off the ground because you're effectively grassrooting these? Like the most popular high school esports in NA right now are probably like Smash, Mario Kart. Probably it would be Valorant, but a lot of schools don't let you play shooters, which is incredibly stupid. I mean, if you could play Valorant and Call of Duty, I think it would be great. But schools won't let you do that a lot of the time. Some of them do, some of them don't. There still is League of Legends. There's Rocket League is really big, guys. Rocket League is really big.
It is meta, and that was the adjustment that they made there. And then Betty, as you say, they're going to be the ones that grab the Lucian.
Is Fortnite big still? Yes, but again, it's a shooter, so a lot of schools don't let you play that. All right. Still Aurelion Sol. They're going to take away the Nautilus and the Talia, so 2 bans here. One of the questions I have is, where is APA's Ari? Because he played it previously, and it's been up a lot, and Team Liquid haven't played it. So we're going to take away the Lucian here. So Noah gets to be the Lucian user this game. Let's just say I'm not too excited about watching that, but who knows?
And assuming the Nami this time around too.
All right, I don't want to traumatize you, Kobe, but the last time we saw Lucian picked first, it was
Don't even say
Nami
that.
response.
Don't even speak those words into existence.
I'm not willing it. I'm just saying it happened. It's a matter of record.
So, Team Liquid gathered their data already.
Decided the Jin Nami wasn't it.
Exactly.
So they've gone for the Varus. We'll see if they go for their pairing here. Obviously, Varus good with a lot of different champions. Remember that Rel.
Okay, we're trading it for Varus, Rel.
So is always support now.
And
TL doesn't have the balls to play Varus Callista.
This is one of his most beloved champions. He has been insane.
Okay, we take the Jin Zhao away. Just Cassante priority through the roof. Why not? Impact's great on it. Super reliable champion, good in lane swaps, whatever.
Having to rely upon.
The Rel was banned later in drafts a lot of the time. No longer a flex pick, but it's like Core JJ's best champ.
So Tristana, the other pick that he has played here so far in MSI.
Some of Nico, but that was a very big APA pick.
Wasn't that last year? Worlds even?
Yep. And it has been something that they use to combo in some of those AoE situations this game. Because Jax with
so Ziggs Rek'Sai, so no Rek'Sai jungle for Umti.
Something like the Jax for Umti and something like the Nico.
Yeah, the Jax isn't banned this game, so Jax is a great flex pick, but they already picked Cassante, so it's just going to be jungle. All right, Lee Singa. Poppy? Poppy into Cassante. It's Toppy. So is a winning matchup. Is potentially good at Durrell or Lee Sin.
Okay. So again, it's another angle of
Twistana? Can we just play Trist here?
I can handle it, and it's like, I don't know if you're the problem, Oscar. Game 1.
Oh, Ari. Oh, so here it is. It comes back finally. APA's Ari.
Against Ari Lee Sin in the OSC regular season, it was G2, and they picked Poppy for the
That also feels bad if you already see the Poppy.
Wonder if that's something Fnatic can replicate here. That's it. Poppy's locked in the.
They just don't itemize it a lot more. Cassante team fighting, and then
we're yawning. White
A2.
Fake. I mean, we'll see if the both Impact and him don't come for TS.
Here to get him out. Don't tell.
Why is it taking so long to get in the game? All right, there we go.
And the full 5 games. Noah.
You hated the Lee/Ari pick. Look, after the Poppy was shown, I don't hate it. Lee Ari has some insane early game skirmishing power, and Poppy's going to be locked in topside. You can get enough of an advantage. And Poppy doesn't. It's hard for Poppy to shut down Lee Ari. Remember, your W is only 2 seconds long, and it's on like a 20-second cooldown.
Bigger question, why are all the others red?
Yeah, they turned it blue. By default, yeah, TL gets to start out.
And Poppy wins the Cassante matchup.
Okay.
So
All right, so
But at that point in time, you also have to walk into the Varus lane. But at least it's Varus Rel into Lucian Nami, which doesn't seem as punishing early. Especially because it's going to be a lethal tempo here.
So wanting to be that mid to late game damage source in an extended team fight, not opting for the lethality that so many teams do prioritize to get mid prio, to allow you to play more through your side lanes. You know, taking that carry mantle on his shoulders up against Noah and Jun. While we do expect the bot lane matchup to be difficult, at least in the first few levels, Core and Yon can make a lot of aggressive plays.
All right, we get our Raptor Ward for our handy-dandy vision on enemy jungle, especially important here in the Lee Sin matchup. They are going to see that he starts red side, so they...
Guys, if you can't tell Fluffy's trolling, I don't know what to tell you.
Meanwhile, on the top side, Oscar, power the Poppy level 1. A little bit more impactful in those early trades. Obviously, won't have the sustain of the Zac, but can still be a big threat and offer a lot of reliable teamfight utility.
Yeah, Poppy is really good. Obviously, the W everyone focuses on, you know, stopping dashes. But the buff with the percent max health damage on the Q really did a lot for a lot of those tank matchups that he goes into, and that's why a lot of people really have come to like it in the Cassante matchup, even though people don't really like giving up Cassante in the first place. It is, what, 10-1, I believe, so far in the bracket stage. 11 now.
It did lose 2 games. The Cassante lost 2 games in the Gen G top series.
Aggressive look on the bottom side coming for Core. He gets the cleanse out from Noah.
Yeah, I mean, this matchup just doesn't punish the Lucian Nami, so now you can just really run away with it.
Commits all of his summoner spells to try and get an advantage, but he does it into a massive minion wave. He ends up coming up short as well. We see both junglers pathing towards bot. I wonder if Razork is... Oh, cannon minion lost there for Humanoid. APA going to be feeling good about that one. But yeah, I'm wondering now if Razork is eyeing up that bot lane and saying, hey, there's a potential play here with no summoners on core and a ghost already expended from Yon.
I think in a perfect world, when you're in a range match like this and you have the Hex Flash, you get a flash out from support enemy AD.
The Rel pick was strange to me this game. The thing is that it's just Core JJ's best champ. He did really well on it in LCS playoffs. But, you know, it's not a common support right now. And now you can't even flex it to jungle either, so
the extended lane gonna be tricky.
Feels less threatening.
I think the big thing as well with the recall there for Noah, going back just getting a longsword, is that it is this definitely going to be bottom side Scuttle Crab picked up here for Umpty, and he'll have first position in the river here. Does he get to the brush?
Noah, so it's going down. Nice side step on the dash coming in from Core.
Wow, Core dodged the bubble too.
Umpty waiting for the 3-talon strike to expire. Good poke on the Yon. Yon forced to flash. Noah immediate follow-up. Can't quite finish the kill. Nice bit of CC coming through from Core. Arrow fired back. But Fnatic overall heavily favored in the trade.
Yeah, getting that flash off of the Varus is critical here. And Razork's not done.
It's crazy that Fnatic is winning this so early. I mean, they're level 3 now, so this is where you expect them to win. We've just seen so many Lucian Nami's lanes swapped out recently.
I think the logic was, oh, if I give a bit of movement speed to Noah, he can maybe get in to actually land that last auto attack. Regardless, though, all summoners now gone for the bot side of the map. APA, you have an interview with the middle school after-school program to help run their esports program. I don't know. I just got into it myself, man.
Definitely a better start this game.
I mean, I think you'll do a great job of helping with the youth scene. A lot of the coaches and teachers I've been meeting with are pretty cool, so it's been fun. I think it's nice that you are doing grassroots help and getting young people excited about esports. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think they went out on that top skirmish, especially given Impact's HP and mana.
The upfront burst damage of the Poppy, lethal. Obviously, we saw yesterday Mickey playing in support as well as Broken Blade playing at top lane. The early base damage, tough to handle, tough to deal with. Dragon is spawning on the bottom side. TL trying to fight back, get a bit more pressure here.
Nice awareness from Razork being able to steal away the Dragon.
This flash, double engage, double stun. Yon untouched off to the side. The bubble will connect, but Noah's just doing a little bit more damage for now. Arrow not going to hit, and that's big. Noah now free to fire back at least a little bit. Core blinking health bar, but we'll walk away for now. Needs to keep backing up, remounting.
I mean, they get the flash out from Noah.
What kind of people become high school esports coaches? Former players or teachers? It's mostly just good, you know, teachers who want to support their students' passions. Some of them are gamers, some of them are not. But they obviously understand that kids are not going to stop playing video games, so they might as well do it in a structured competitive environment where they can learn teamwork and other skills. They're just genuinely passionate people about helping young people become adults. It's cool. It's very cool.
Can always look to roam bottom lane. Need to see this duo kind of start to take over the map, especially on the level 6 point for Lee Sin.
I mean, Fnatic, I think, are going to be thinking about trying to push this wave out, get a reset, and then start looking towards those grubs. But as I say that, Razork is still hovering around. Maybe he just wants to escort this wave underneath the tower, make sure they can get their recall off, and that's what it looks like. Something that we've been seeing more of from teams is securing those early grubs, because now you only need 4 to get the value out of the extra.
Yeah, grub. I really enjoy the changes they made to grubs now.
The mites, that's the word I'm looking for. And again, we look at the minimap, you can see Razork making a beeline towards the top side of the map. Let's see if Jun chooses to follow him, or whether instead they'll go back towards the bot lane.
Really, though, you can invent any name you want for those things. I think people are very accepting of...
yeah, whatever.
The mites, the voidlings.
The little guys.
Void mites.
The beans.
The beans, the jumping beans. Razork, though, going to go on up towards those with Humanoid, and should be able to secure those first 3 in trade for the dragon that we're talking about.
Solid start from Fnatic. Good use of the mid prior that they have. APA going to be first on the wave, but Jun already resetting and coming mid, ready to counter any response that could come through. So just the might for dragon trade in the end, as Noah gets a bit of free time to farm on the bottom side. And despite a lot of the trades looking kind of Fnatic favored early on in the bottom lane, it's only 100 gold difference with Noah packing first strike. So TL weathering the storm pretty well.
APA, he's setting his sights on a bot lane play. They're trying to catch Jun on the rotation, but he's respecting it. He's cautious. He knows the APA is...
For the Ahri Lee Sin combination, you need to take advantage of the mobility of these champions.
Yeah, you really have to strike now if you're going to play Ahri Lee Sin. Like, you have to play aggressive around mid lane.
Vision through the jungle, and especially between mid lane and bottom lane are the kind of the highways here on Summoner's Rift, because nobody really wants to visit topside. All of the rewards are down around ganking those bottom sides and invading the jungle.
Oscar with a 20 CS lead. I mean, we know that this matchup is favored for Poppy, but I'm always surprised by how well it actually ends up doing in the matchup. Culling from Noah.
Good bit of poke. Zoning Yawn off at least one creep, as well as just taking a big chunk of the health bar. Obviously 3 grubs picked up earlier makes it that much faster for Noah and Jun to grab plates when they do have pressure. Nice recall cancel from Humanoid.
Man, and Razork, yeah, taking away another camp here. Does he actually finish these off? Looks like he is. Fnatic have to be so happy with the beginning of this game. They've got the Xin Zhao, the Azir scaling up quite nicely. They're building up a really big wave here.
Yeah, there's been no plays made around Ahri Lee Sin so far. It's very strange.
Ready to go. Wind becomes lightning. Waiting for the Q3 to expire. It looks like pullback doesn't connect. Unstoppable coming in, grounded. Not going to have the angle to push back. There's Humanoid and its first blood coming in. Wind becomes lightning. Waiting for the Q3 to expire. It looks like pullback doesn't connect.
Nicely done here by Oscar. Positioning is super good. Chains it Q into R. Even though I didn't need to ult there, but whatever.
Patience from them. Oscar just waits for it. Impact as soon as he pops his W, immediately they get him against the wall. They take him down. Fnatic with a successful play on top side. And Team Liquid trying to answer bottom. They should have APA on the way as well after pushing the wave.
Oh, but that's not a good trade for Umti. Going to walk into the face of Noah. Doesn't have the culling to...
They're still going to be able to zone him out of turret.
Sprinting towards the bot lane.
Yeah, that trade was you just got shot in the face for nothing, and he traded him nothing.
Well, he traded for pressure. He's going to take red buff. APA was also, you know, motioning down to the bot side.
Some first strike money as well.
It's like I'm getting data in a game of Valorant. Guys, I know where he is now.
Oh, he's not going to get the red buff code.
Oh, man. Umti just got kicked, right, in the last, like, 30 seconds here. Pushed out of bottom, doesn't get the...
Camp gets 16 gold. But we look back at this dive, and it's very clean from Fnatic. They know it's coming. There's not much that they can do about it, though. Even if he tries to retreat, he's still going to get dived. So his main game plan here is to get as much farm as possible. And the patience, Kobe mentioned it, they wait for the third proc of the Tofos, then they interrupt the dash, they knock him into the tower, and he doesn't even get to move.
Too far away, but the flash forward is going to make...
From Fnatic.
How does that happen?
Very, very well played.
Oh, finally we get an Ahri Lee Sin play. All right. Yes.
Connects, Q follow-up, kick back, a little bit too far away.
AB is just inside the Crescent Guard. Okay.
Oh, I mean, that's the pick that we were setting up before. You know, the Lee Sin Ahri, they do use a lot to do it, though. That was flash and kick and Ahri ultimate. See what they can do with the jungle advantage now after getting that kill. Razork, though, of course, he did save his flash there, kind of accepting death when you get caught like
Poppy matchup is so annoying for
Holds on to it for the next
Impact.
fight, but honestly, right now, TL
Wow, Oscar's really feeling
Poppy
that.
Q does percent HP damage too, so she's a tank buster.
Good ulti going from Impact. He's going all out, but he's much squishier, and Oscar is just happy to take the trade.
Oscar would love to get his passive back up. Impact gonna pop the
They
pot,
get called
though.
jungle too. Impact is in a tough spot here.
I don't know. Is it worth
We'll
it?
see more
I
of
feel
this
like
throughout the
Drone
rest of
is
the
just
tournament,
easy and
guys.
secure. You don't have information on where Umpty is.
Played Steel Cap's the right choice for Varus. Yeah, I mean, we see more Kalissas and Varus's buying plated Steel Caps at the pro level. It's good against Jhin. It's good against the Lucian, right?
Top lane, the push that you have in mid to be able to secure another objective. You can maybe even look to contest Dragon spawning in 30 seconds. Depends whether or not Razork wants to try and get a base off before that fight.
TP back to the top lane, coming in from Impact. Wants to get a bit of pressure here. Is going to force the respawn out from Oscar, so neither top lane likely to participate in the Dragon skirmish.
Interesting. Oscar went Sundered Sky. Interesting. That's the Chad Poppy build. Poppy has a million builds. That's the Chad one. He's not just building Sunfire.
Push back on APA, timing the ultimate, but now he has to retreat. It's a man advantage for the side of TL. Sonic Wave.
Poppy has good AD ratios. Yes, I mean Poppy can do a lot of damage. It's just most players don't do that at the professional level, especially in top lane.
Humanoid is forced to flash away, and TL continue their siege. Razork pushes out mid, and let's see what he can do here. He might get caught once again.
Degon, thank you for the raid.
Sonic Wave. Dashing from
The struggle is going to be real for us tonight, my friend.
The previous play cannot kick flash Razork back into APA.
Are they overextending?
But bottom side,
You and me staying up all night for Power Spike.
So we see the push
It
out.
begins.
Getting a couple of extra waves there. You mentioned the one in mid lane. Now they're pushing on bottom side with Humanoid still here.
They want to contest this Dragon. As we already mentioned earlier, no TPs available for top laners.
Does plated Steel Caps reduce the auto attack damage from Azir clones? Yes, it does. It does. Her Bruckler procs Under too. Yes, it does, because it counts as an auto attack. It also procs Sheen.
They're looking for a pick on the Razork.
As a Sonic Wave, waiting as long as possible. Dash back is clean from Umpty, but the fall damage isn't quite there. And Razork now realizes he has the isolated 1v1. Sonic Wave going in. Noah's here to try and punish APA. One more dash to get out over the wall, but just to 1-for-1 overall. No junglers going to be around.
I miss Divine Sunderer, Poppy. What you do is you just cue the ground on a siege, and then you just throw the buckler at somebody and proc Sunderer on them.
Think they are going to avoid the
That shit's hilarious. It does a surprising amount of damage. You can, if she has Dead Man's Plate, you can also proc Dead Man's Plate at the same time and slow them. I know all the Poppy cheese, guys.
Doing what they can is a bit of a fight in top lane.
Knock back to the wall. Oscar forced to flash away.
Didn't get the stun.
Eager, but remember, now that he has the Sundered Sky, you can see the healing
His health is back
ridiculous.
up.
I mean,
Titanic active works on Buckler too. Ooh, that means Profane Hydra active works on Buckler. Ooh, I'm having ideas. Lethality Poppy, let's go. Just chucks a Buckler at you with Profane active.
Also, he's going to get this whole tower. Those Void Grubs are doing so much work here. Oscar himself on this Poppy counter has a 1.3k gold lead in top lane. What an answer to Cassandra.
Oh, Profane is AoE around you. That's true. That's true,
So
yeah.
Oscar is really the hero of chat, the hero of the people.
Trying to be, at least. We'll see if Kazante has anything to say about that. Oscar, Sunder Sky cooldown about to come back up. Only a couple of seconds going for the knockback, but Impact still unstoppable. Good react.
The hero of the people.
Bobby has no mana.
We'll see if Kazante has anything to say
Bobby's trying to desperately to survive. Has no mana for anything. And wow, that's beautiful by Impact. Unstoppable to Poppy ult. And now Poppy definitely doesn't have mana.
Wants to keep going to healing. Coming from Poppy is solid, but it looks like Kazante might be stronger. Nice predict, though. Impact trying to cover the shield. He's trying to get a bit more space.
Oh my god. It was beautifully played by Impact with the matchups unplayable. Pika Chow Chu, thank you. It's you again.
He was trying his best to buy time.
Thank you for your Twitch Prime sub for 2 months.
Tofo strike to try and get the knockup, predicting Oscar would go towards the shield. He was forced down into the river, and then Razor comes to save the day.
All right, chat. Now you have to create a copy pasta for Poppy. Now you've got to create one for Poppy.
AP Lich Bane Poppy.
Poppy, Sundered Sky, 400 healing, 5 million armor, a shield.
Yeah, Oscar did do some fancy footwork there, but it was a really nice buffer on the W for to block the Poppy ult. That's what we used to see a couple years ago, where Ornn would be picked into Poppy, and you basically just like bellows breath the Poppy ult to block it.
crucial to stop the flank coming in from TL.
Yeah, Oscar's playing the matchup really well.
They realized the collapse was coming through. They focused down the tower and they said, hey, Humanoid, you've got your passive, throw that up. And now look at the lane assignments. Pop even sent down to bot. They're going to send Humanoid up towards top. But that's 2 out of towers secured. Surprisingly, they put Oscar Rin on the kind of weak side. I guess they can use their pressure in mid to then translate the pressure towards bot. But with Dragon spawning, well, 4 minutes, it's still a ways away. Both these teams are now going to be in a bit of a neutral state as they look to work towards their second major items.
Yeah, and I kind of come back to the beginning of the game where we're talking about the difference in comps this time around. Fnatic are in such a great, well, Humanoid might get caught here.
They were in a great spot.
No
Humanoid
flash.
staying for a wave too long as Razork recalls. It's going to cost him. Q flash coming in, or R flash, excuse me, from Umpty. Dragon's Rage into the immediate. They were in a great spot.
No
Humanoid
flash.
staying for a wave too long as Razork recalls. It's going to cost him. Q flash coming in, or R flash, excuse me, from
R flash, yep.
Dragon's Rage into the immediate follow-up.
I was in the gold lead and top lane like that right now. Still very early into the game.
Gold lead is mega. 2,200. Holy moly. That Poppy is going to get sexy. We love sexy poppies here.
And so it's just going to be kind of turret pressure.
C-Train 46.
Well played from TL.
Back to YouTube. Thank you for your Twitch Prime sub, and you fade back to YouTube. Very nice.
Ends up getting punished for it, and now the cross map is happening. Both top lane.
Don't judge me. Riot made Yordles sexy in Arcane. They did this. Riot made Gimp Yordles in Arcane. Riot sexualized Yordles. Nobody asked for it. Somebody probably wanted it. It wasn't me, though.
Everyone's out of the circle. Flash out from core. Both sides just scrapping, but Humanoid wants to keep it. Bro's going to go wide. Chain of Corruption won't connect. That's the ulti down. Razork now re-engaging onto core to try to start the fight. Everyone's out of the circle. Flash out from core. Both sides just scrapping, but Humanoid wants to keep it going. Yawn. Force the flash back to safety. Calling now getting body blocked by APA. Humanoid still walking up. So much damage unleashed by Noah. And TL forced to retreat.
Yeah, let's see. Can Fnatic do anything with it? They do have bottom side pushed up, but that's about it. So
Humanoid aging.
Humanoid greeted for Noah.
Bubble connects. Noah dashes in.
He misses. Yun misses the Chains of Corruption.
Chain of Corruption won't connect. That's the ulti down. Razork now re-engaging onto.
He literally walks in to get his Q off onto Razork.
Everyone's out of the circle. Flash out from core. Both sides just scrap.
And yep, Yun has to flash that. You can react to that pretty easily. Humanoid had no flash, so he couldn't even flash follow.
TL forced to retreat.
Yeah, let's see. Can Fnatic do anything with it? They do have bottom side pushed up, but that's about it. So Noah.
He gets back to mid lane as long as he can stay in the fog. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Wait, you see it.
In this case, made the one mistake on a side lane. Of course, I think that's the thing we were talking about with Fnatic in game one was that we want to see.
Dude, my TikToks are popping off. This shit's ridiculous.
I think they have done a good job of that so far in this game, even if they've been caught out once or
This
twice.
shit's ridiculous.
Yes, they're to 4K gold deficit. They've already stacked 2 Drakes. They have the on-hit.
I'm now the king of TikTok. Holy shit.
Have to still play this one out carefully. Can't afford to overcommit as APA may.
I'm ticking the talks with the kids.
Gonna force the ulti out at least when becomes lightning will not connect.
Another advantage gain though ahead of the Dragon. 50 seconds. Fnatic obviously overcommitting on the top side, but they can use this Herald and then translate this pressure towards mid. Look, they brought Poppy into the mid lane to catch this wave. TL is kind of overcompensating, trying to match this pressure top.
I think
I'm on TikTok. I am GG MonteCristo. I'll drop the link. You should follow me. You can see my TikToks are popping off, guys. They're popping off.
Of course, with the Rift Herald up here before Dragon spawning.
That is a lot.
The Chinese are botting me. Well, I mean, what else is new?
I want to see them now transition this pressure back towards mid. I feel like there's a big opportunity here for them.
I'm on Instagram as well. I post the exact same content on Instagram Reels. So if you're on Insta instead, don't worry about TikTok. I don't do anything. I don't even do anything unique on TikTok. So I'm GG MonteCristo on both. Wow, TL's skirmishing is super bad, by the way. Like, they draft this skirmish comp with Lee Sin and Ahri, and then they never skirmish. And then they just fight 5v5 front to back and lose. Very good.
taking him down a notch.
It's Giga Poppy. Oscar is king in this game. You gotta send like all 5 people after him. If you're
I just ripped a fat ass bong. Congratulations, sir. I hope you have a lovely evening. Serial Killers 22. That sounds fun.
Fog of War from the side from Jun. Look at this. Beautiful stuff from him. They had already taken APA's ult out, so Razork knows he can go for the dive here, and he gets that knockup onto Jan.
They know that he has no summoners. We talked about how it's going to be a problem in the upcoming Dragon fight, but instead they punish it in top lane. I thought that Fnatic was being over-aggressive, but the fact that TL kind of divided their resources, kept Impact bot. They had Umti and mid and only 3 members defending top.
They're very funny, very well edited too. Yeah, my YouTube manager's crushing it.
They lost so much. 2 towers. They lost a bunch of kills. And they're going to lose, well, they're likely to lose.
Yes, let us front to back team fights versus Jin Zhao. Let's never do anything on the map. This is like the exact opposite of last game. If they had had this comp last game, I think they would have done really well. But now we're just like fucking resident sleepering 8 kills at 20 minutes into this game. Pick Ari Lee Sin, never do anything.
To agree.
I just love the idea that in that mid fight when
do I do YouTube shorts? Yeah, they all go up on YouTube shorts too. It's all the same content. It all goes onto TikTok, Instagram, Reels, YouTube shorts.
Wait your turn, sir. It turns his attention to Impact. Yeah.
One at a time, please.
Poppy also, I feel like was
I will say,
so cool.
one of the nice things about being back in NA.
Obviously, you know, the beginning of that game number 5, he was absolutely popping off. Does seem to be an EU Poppy. EU power
Is that I did get my freeze pipe vape pen back. This vape pen that they make is actually extremely nice, by the way. It's really nice. It's really high quality. It feels really good. But we got work to do tonight, so we will not be partaking.
Is the question with no jungler. I feel like that Fnatic do have a pretty strong power.
I was gonna grab. Now that I'm back in America, here's my pistol. No, waiting for that Sig Sauer sponsorship though, guys.
The Varus going to be in some serious danger as we approach the next fight.
Yeah, I think if Fnatic want to actually press their lead, they need to be pretty calm with how they set up these team fights. Because if you set it up front to back with that Giga Poppy on the front line and Azir hitting from back, then it's going to look quite good. Team Liquid, they are the ones looking for the scrappy, like, pick isolated plays. Humanoid goes right in, and Jan is able to flash it.
The real TSM logo. Yeah, it is hilarious how TSM stole the Sig Sauer logo.
Into the back line is going to be the sacrifice.
I will say that I think Umti can still be pretty happy that they got Noah's flash, because truthfully, Noah didn't need to flash that. Even if he got kicked, I don't think he was in any real danger, given that Humanoid was the focus from TL's backside. So the fact
I've never owned a gun, guys. I don't know anything about guns. I shoot them occasionally with my friends who have them for fun. But I've never owned one. I grew up shooting them in Boy Scouts, though, and like I know plenty of people who do, obviously. Coming from Colorado, but I've never owned one myself.
I mean, APA's Ari right now is kind of.
How is weed viewed differently in South Korea? It is mega illegal. It's like it's like you know it's the devil's medicine. It's like that 1950s shit in Korea still. They believe it's like extremely harmful. It's so funny.
Into the game, and so you see the importance of these control wards here for TL. They just
but I don't do it. I obviously don't take any weed back to Korea because I would like to continue to be able to go and live there, and they will just ban me forever, and I'll lose my my visa. Didn't some actor just kill himself over it? Well, interesting story. He was a famous actor. He did kill himself because he was accused of having it, but they never proved he had it. It was really sad, actually. Do not bring weed anywhere in Asia. Well, especially Singapore, obviously, but other parts of it. Look, man. I was just going to say, Southeast Asia, they're pretty chill with it.
There's a lot of times where Azir players are like, oh, never mind, we're going to have some sketchy stuff going on.
Four in trouble here.
Like Thailand, Cambodia, they don't really care. It's like grows everywhere in Cambodia. It's like on the side of the road.
There's a lot of times where Azir players are like, oh, never mind, we're going to have some sketchy stuff going on.
Four in trouble here. Walking into the entire team, but he's trying to turn it back into an engage. Umti gonna connect on the Sonic Wave on a no. He's got no flash.
Yes, the accidental engage by CoreJJ.
Core in trouble here.
He just turns it around. He's like, well, fuck it. I'm just gonna flash this bubble. Let's go, Umti and APA.
Trying to turn it back into an engage. Umti gonna connect on the Sonic Wave on a no. He's got no flash in the previous play, and that's the pick.
Have some sketchy stuff going on.
It's a good play by Core. Blast cone over, sees Noah, realizes he doesn't have flash. Fuck it, man. Good job by APA and CoreJJ there.
Sprinting from the bottom side of the map, but Murder Poppy's not here, and there's not gonna be a lot of time for Murder left. TL on the chase, Sonic Wave not connecting. 2 members knocked down. Fnatic bot lane deleted. TL starting the Baron. The on-hit bars will shred the objective, but Oscar, the top side of Fnatic, so powerful. Can they find a way into the pit? Yon still with all the available.
Dracos. Nothing can stop this Poppy.
They're trying to shred through. Core waiting over the wall. The knockback is big under the 80 carry. They can't really afford to go for the Baron. Interrupt coming in from Ross.
All right. Well, that was a nice knockback. Actually, they cleared APA out of the fight.
Now trying to dash into Yon, and he'll finish the
Nice job by Humanoid. Oh, it's desperation by TLB. What are you gonna do? You're 8K gold behind. I actually almost came back off of that. What was Core doing there? Desperation plays. It almost worked.
CoreJJ couldn't really find another angle for an engage, and even though the bot lane falls, Fnatic come out on top.
Yeah, Team Liquid, they go for it though. CoreJJ knows they have to get picks if they want an opening into this game.
Yeah, he actually played that pretty well.
APA, look at that follow-up. The ultimate plus flash on Ari to combine for the kill, and then chaining too.
Amazing what can happen if you aggressively skirmish with this composition instead of trying to play front-to-back 5v5s.
The front line for the Azir, those two are going to do a lot of work here.
What is CoreJJ doing? He's hiding. He's a passive observer, guys. What do you want? Oh, he's reconnecting his keyboard. Oh.
Goodbye to the back line.
And this is the struggle, right? You talk about outscaling. In the time it's going to take Yon, even on probably 3 or 4 items to kill the Poppy, Humanoid will have killed him 10 times.
Core with the perfect freeze pipe flash play.
Has Leandries and magic penetration, so impact isn't even that tanky as we approach later and later fights.
Yeah, that's why the topic we were discussing earlier, sometimes when an Azir has a really good front line, they still feel the need to go in for like Azir sex, as we saw in the mid lane play. And you're just like, calm down, like you don't have to be the engage.
No, you gotta, there's 1 to 2 item brain and then 2 item onward brain.
Sit back and hit stuff.
Yes.
When they designed it, it was supposed to push people away.
Yep.
Usually, Jun doesn't pick Belveth this series today and pull a Kanavi. Dude, that would be epic. Couch Bear! Thank you for Twitch Prime sub. Alright, this game's over. Yep. Alright, we're done. Oh, I'm struggling, guys. Sorry, I'm not very insightful right now. It's been a long day. And it's going to be a long, long night. And these games are not really doing it for me, if I'm being honest with you. So, not prime Monty, perhaps. All right, Ashe, first pick. Varus still up, so we can play Ashe Varus. We're going to play Kalista Rumble. All right, so we're mega aggro lanes. Now, mega aggro lanes. Aurelion Sol is up? Okay, pick Aurelion Sol. Do it. Why not? Fuck it. Aurelion Sol. Tibix, thank you for your Twitch Prime sub.
Maybe something like this, just to allow Razork the ability to have that early game pressure.
Yeah, he's been so good on that pick, and I think Xinjiao is just deceptively tanky in early level.
Okay, so we're just going to take the Cassante. Impact Cassante only match.
Super interesting because I would say
I'm actually surprised they didn't take Aurelion Sol. So they're banning Sejuani and Volibear. So we still get a really... How does Team Liquid, after 5 bans, still get Aurelion Sol? Yeah, the Viego is this is prime Viego reset comp with Rumble, Kalista, Zac. So that's smart. I think Fnatic probably would have taken Viego. They're just gonna play a huge ass wombo front to back. Okay, just pick Orianna last, right?
What TL want to respond with here? Obviously, Lee Sin, he's so comfortable on that champion.
You have so much pick potential as well. The Ashe arrow.
Highly, yeah, the Poppy is the pick here, by the way. The Poppy into Kalista, Zac, Wukong, hell yeah. Yep. Hell yeah, Poppy jungle. And we're just gonna... Play Aurelion Soul. Yes, 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 yes. I don't mind the Aurelion Soul when you have a very aggressive bot lane. It's like when you have the Smolder as well and you have no control over Drake and no skirmishing power on bot side, feels super bad.
Mid laner being up, I think.
Really good angles with the Ori ball on top.
All right, they're going to play Hui. I would think Ori would be the pick here simply for, I mean, the Aurelion Soul with good A-Soul players can beat the Ori. Like, we've seen that now quite a bit. But Ori with, oh my God, the ball delivery is huge, right? Backline threat, huge. How does Aurelion Soul live? If you have Ori, it's literally just like Zac engage, Shockwave, Wukong knockup, fucking dead. Ori, I think, is huge here. Ori. Maybe you lose lane, but I don't know. I love it.
I do think the Orianna gives you a slightly higher burst potential initially, but Spiraling Despair in a team fight can do a huge amount of work, and you have enough CC to enable you to land that ultimate.
All right, where are we looking at in the early game?
Bot lane.
Yeah.
Bot lane?
Bot lane,
Varus Ash,
absolutely.
what can they do?
My coffee or tea drinker. I like both, but usually I drink black coffee.
1-1 in our best of 5 between Team Liquid, Honda, and Fnatic casters.
I'm a little nervous as to what this early game.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna disagree with the desk. I'm gonna disagree with the desk.
What are you gonna say?
I think the Kalista Rumble's a stronger 2v2. I think we saw it.
So Kalista Rumble probably wants to swap
I don't
off.
remember which the game.
So it's about what point it's stronger, right? Kalista Rumble probably wants to lane swap here. Till 3. Like Lucian Nami. The all-in when Rumble hits 3 is crazy.
Well, this is the thing. Yeah, because early on, naturally, double range matchup, you're gonna have that push.
Yeah, it's about who can get war. I'll explain it in a second, guys. Hold up. All right, so just a Fiesta level 1.
Top side of the map. I wonder if
So basically, I think this matchup is like, if you can clear wards. So basically oops, I did it the wrong way. So if you're Kalista Rumble and you can stack up and sweep wards and make sure there are no wards in the brush, because brush wards are very important so they can proc Hail of Blades. If the Rumble's allowed to just hide in the brush right here or right here and just poke you with E and then like pop out with W like a bitch and just hit you with harpoons, that's where it becomes problematic. So oftentimes we'll see this lane like push up at level 1 with like 4 stack, sweep out, and then position, you know, Kalista Rumble pretty far up. So, you know, but you could also just lane swap and then come back at level 3 and just kill the Ashe. Because the Ashe cannot survive the all-in from Rumble. You can absolutely all-in, but I guess it doesn't matter because stupid shit's going to happen instead.
I wonder if they will do that. But Razork needs to be careful. Is he going to face check this?
Oh, Razork had to take clone at 1. It's a disaster.
One call here. Razork forced to start clone.
Oh no!
They want to kill this Wukong, but
Oh no! It's so worth though. It's so worth that 1-for-1 trade for Team Liquid.
Let's go. Level 1.
What just happened? Razork, why was he even face checking that, bro?
What did Razork expect to find? What did he expect to find in this brush? You can see they want to lane swap.
But Razork needs to be careful. Is he gonna face
But he
check
doesn't
this?
put ward in.
Nice level 1 call here. Razork forced.
He's so boned, dude. It is painful to start clone at 1 and your jungle clear as Wukong. Black coffee is gross. It is not gross. You have to get good coffee and know how to make it and have a sophisticated palate. It has 0 calories. It is great.
What just happened? Razork, why was he even face checking that brush? Like, I don't understand what the game plan was there.
But this is also going to change the bottom lane now because neither support with summoners available, and Poppy is a better early ganker than
Well,
Wukong
Fluffy,
is.
But look at the swap.
become more
They're sending
sophisticated.
their bot lane up towards top.
Yeah, they want to get around it.
And I gotta be honest, guys. I really like the initial play here. You
Which
see
one?
Wukong
From
start.
Razork?
No, you see Wukong start W. and you get the flash, I think you're good. I think that was when you needed to call it quits. I think second core burned the flash. It gets a lot trickier.
Core should have ran back to the rest.
Start W, and you get the flash. I think you're good. I think that was when you needed to call it quits. I think
Nah, you don't have to call it quits.
It gets a lot trickier.
Core should have ran back to the rest of Team
Fuck
Liquid
this.
there.
Go all in.
Straight through Noah, but it is kind of like goes against your instincts.
It's fair.
Well, you're also, you know, with the approach velocity, you're real fast when you're going forward. You're not so slow going out.
So
Might be a bit tricky.
Yeah, why?
Get the flash. I think you're good. I think that was when you needed to call it quits. I think second core burned.
Core going through the brush is a little funny onto the opposite side of the map, especially when Impact and APA are there.
Ran back to the rest of Team Liquid there.
Whatever. That was a weird decision.
It is kind of like goes against your instincts.
It's fair.
Well, you're also, you know, with the
You and an coffee roastery Kip Clyde. That's cool.
You're not so slow going out.
I have my drink trade subscription, so I can drink from coffee roasters from all over America.
They're just trying to avoid some of the early lanes. Once they've got a few more levels and they can actually contest them in the 2 versus 2, maybe they even wait for the flash to come back, or at the very least the ignite to come back up. Core, hang on. Core.
Harassing Razork here.
You missed trade. Why do you miss it?
It
still exists.
Razork really wants to finish the camp. Does have Clone to get out of the wall to safety, but Core level 1 wreaking havoc here in the lane swap.
How annoying is this?
Humanoid could now be in trouble with Impact ghosting in. Humanoid walking back. W in. The damage.
The big thing there is that Razork was able.
Humanoid could now be in trouble with Impact ghosting.
All right, so this is the new classic top laners at level 1 ghosting into your lane and forcing your flash and taking a giant chunk of your HP bar out in a lane swap.
Was able to steal away, basically. You say steal.
We'll see if Oscar can get anything done here, though.
That is where the lane swap is. You know, where enemy AD and support are. But because of the push
To use E on Raptor.
like he feels pressure.
So now he has nothing.
Well, now he's going to get found by Oscar.
No flash on him, do you remember?
View from the pop, yeah. Secure a couple. T trying to zoom out. And Fnatic cannot follow up.
It's these jungle.
All right, so watch the minimap right here, guys.
No flash on him.
So the problem is that Oscar is showing very late on the mid lane, and this is a third wave push on the lane swap. And now they know Oscar's not there. So there's no chance of a dive. The Wukong is super gimped. You know, they know that because of the level 1 shenanigans. So he's not going to be able to dive. They knew where Oscar was earlier. So Wukong can't fucking dive. That's the other problem. Wukong, I hadn't thought about this. Wukong is actually shit in these lane swaps. Even at level 3. So, I mean, basically, it's a free TP on this wave, is what I'm saying. It's a free TP because Razork is behind. Oscar showing right there is troll. Jun is showing there is troll too. So now Impact just gets a wave. Okay.
I will say though that I'm annoyed that Humanoid fell prey to that. I felt like he should have learned when they played against Gen G, and they did the exact same thing. The Vayne came mids. He W'd in with the LeBlanc, and then he immediately lost his flash off the back of it.
So Oscar actually then goes back top side, but he's not going to have the same wave pushing back out. So he's just down now. He's just down a level. He finally got like a couple minions of experience here. Crumbs of XP.
Level 1 for Core still does not have flash, but is on the way. If Fnatic get too hungry for the 2v2, it could cost them.
Wait, they're TPing Hui bot? Why?
Into Humanoid is already TP'd.
Dude, Fnatic should have figured this shit out by now.
They
can't overchase.
APA there to cover. Severing Bolt, good bit of damage.
Okay.
Not going to finish a kill.
I like the idea there from Fnatic, utilizing the TP to try and punish TL, who's overextended. The problem is,
nah, you can't actually punish that.
APA could also move, and Razork was on
now APA has a freeze in mid. That's super annoying. Hui's in a long lane with no flash.
The farm in terms of the bot lane is now relatively even.
Wukong has to come help push out.
For Noah and Jun means that the scariest part of the 1v1 has now passed.
Meanwhile, you have the junglers on opposite sides.
Oscar over a level down, like level and a half down still. 2 levels down.
Level 4 though for Impact is a scary.
Yeah, they can't actually make a play around top side. Plus Wukong sucks at early ganks.
Back to game 1 where Impact in this.
Okay, now Umpty can come mid lane because Wei is pushed, over pushed.
Monster to deal with, and you think about the threat on Cassante. How good
Super bold of Razork to counter jungle here.
And Tway and actually killing them. I would say they're not the best.
Yeah, kind of the immortal question, right? The good news is you have Wukong, you have some of that armor shred, as he's going to get the Black Cleaver.
Do you grind your? I have a conical burr grinder.
But I'm concerned as we get further into the game. That said, when we look at lane swaps, it's important to check in on the experience. Core JJ is still a little bit behind, and Oscar doing what he can to catch up to Impact for now. Razork slightly pulling ahead of Umpty.
And because the junglers have been scrambling around because of the chase out of the jungle camps early on, the junglers are going to be a little bit behind in this game, both of them. Umpty should be able to get his Krugs and catch up a little bit there, but slightly for Razork on the Wukong, trying to get to his level 6, of course. But meanwhile, the Poppy looking to make use of that flash.
Now walking in bot side, spots out the control ward, but wants to keep maximum value out of the sweeper, so we'll check the brush as well before returning back to clear the control ward. And honestly, a relatively quiet early game. Lane swap, I think, nullifying any potential early action, but Umpty really wants to change that.
The thing is, so on this Poppy gank, you can use W early for speed because you don't have to worry about a dash. And if you're standing right here and Poppy flashes with W, it speeds up, flash ease you, you just get nailed into the wall right there and die. It's actually one of the worst places you can stand in a Poppy gank.
His camps are so desynced, like he has no camps on the other side.
All right, he gets out.
Like,
but you know what I mean.
wow,
Proves my point right there.
I thought they were going to get in a trade.
Umpty didn't flash for it because he already started motioning back.
Well, his camps are so desynced.
I think they get this kill if he flashes and even pushes him back slightly this way. I think they can kill him.
Side. Like,
Backing up.
I mean, he's 200 HP. I think they kill him.
wow, that was actually way more damage than I thought they were going to get in a trade.
I think they kill him.
He had no more camps on bottom side, and all of this pass through towards bottom side.
Level 6.
Level 6, flashing on the
Oh.
humanoid, the stun,
All right, well. You know, there are many ways to skin a cat.
Pass through towards bottom side.
Level 6.
Level 6, flashing on the humanoid, the stun, APA. Hits him
I
with
prefer
the
my way where APA still has flash and Umpty does not. But, APA could just hit 6 and instantly ult.
Main, Jundo?
Jun overheating, continuing to walk forward. Razork flashing over the wall, immediately now dashing in. Noah gonna flash, commit as well. They want to take down Yan. One kill on the bottom side for Fnatic.
A lot of flashes committed there, but Fnatic gets something back after APA outplays Humanoid in the mid lane. Massive mistake from the man in the mid lane of Fnatic, as Core JJ now in some serious danger. Has the flash, has the barrier.
APA mentioned dribbling Fnatic where they bait them and draw them to one side of the map while taking everything on the other side.
It's possible.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty... Fnatic is very bad at playing cross-map. That's why they got completely bopped by those lane swaps by G2. Even though G2, I don't think, played it super optimally, like, they were just terrible.
For the bottom lane down here, really big for Noah to get that kill on this Kalista. It does cost them a little bit on top side here as Umpty is able to pull together some of the scraps. Grab the Scuttle Crab on top of it.
It was Jun that actually ended up getting the last hit, because Noah got the kill in First Blood, but ultimately the points...
It's funny you mentioned the Baratza Encore grinder. That's the conical burr grinder that I have.
That's when this bot lane becomes very scary.
And it's a lethality build Kalista as well. So it's the
that's the conical burr grinder that I have.
The star falling.
I mean, I'm shocked Humanoid didn't expect this, right? But he himself was close to level 6. He knew he didn't have flash. If that ultimate connects, it's a guaranteed stun. So big misplay from Humanoid. Huge credit to APA for finding it.
Yeah, APA, Aurelion Sol main, even back pre-rework Aurelion Sol, and it is highest win rate champion in his top most 10 played champions. That's why everyone always focuses on those few. And he does get one there, but Umpty's back bottom lane.
Umpty ready to try and make that play, will be spotted out.
Razork is in the area, though.
Trading in the mid lane, grasping mob, bit of poke. APA just going to fly to safety. Severing Bolt does hit, so good trade for Humanoid, but not going to have access to that ult in the fight to come.
I think the advantage of playing Hui into Aurelion Sol is you have a little bit more range, and you can trade a little bit more effectively. You don't get as bullied in the early laning phase, but ultimately that doesn't matter as much when APA has been able to find a solo kill. Dragon being started off by Team Liquid. Remember that they did get the early grubs as well. The early level shenanigans kind of screwed with Razork's pathing. Let's see if he can steal this though.
Opting to start the Drake when the lanes are kind of in an even state.
What do you think of Xerath pick this patch in Azir? I think it's very difficult to play Azir with a lot of the Xerath with a lot of the backline access that comps have. Like,
They did get the grubs on the top side.
The classic TY4 leash. And
Xerath is pretty shit, guys. He needs to rework.
goes wide as well.
You trolling on stage? Nice counter pick. I love APA, dude. I think this shit's hilarious. I love it.
I don't see any all chat this time around, though.
We'll see. It's in their hearts. We know it's in their hearts.
Oscar struggling a little bit in this lane. One of the big reasons for that is in the early swap, Impact was able to catch a lot of farm after Noah and Jun went top lane. Now level 6 has been hit for Jun, and this is where things get scary for Yon and Core JJ. Yon, no flash, remember. Razork on the top side of the map means that he's unlikely to get involved. He will be spotted out. Ping secured for TL, which means that they're looking for a play.
You know, I did play that. I mean, not anticipating the level 6 all in was pretty crazy, in my opinion. When you don't have flash.
Pushback comes in from the Poppy, immediate alt response. Noah knocked up for a moment. He just wants to chase down the...
Oh, beautiful. That was actually really well played by Umti.
How much danger is he really in here? Comes Umti with the flank.
John and Noah, how confident are
Pushes him back into the chain of corruption, which in turn forces the instant cleanse, but gets the Poppy ult onto him, and guess who can't dash out with Poppy W? Very nicely played. It's a reactive W too, instantly by Umti.
No face call. Equalizer gone. Odds in the favor of TL. Dominant play on the bottom side.
A great play from TL. They time that and execute it perfectly. The Hawk shot from Core spots out Razork on the red buff, knowing that they have a window for APA to roam down to bot. They find an angle to come in from behind, and Noah has no tools to escape.
Exactly. That's the key. They punish him for the aggressive flashes that they used on bottom side. And I'm becoming a very big proponent of Poppy. Poppy in any role looks good to me.
Wait, the problem is we have to pick a copy pasta. Are we picking the Ornn copy pasta where she's assassin tank? Yes, mage, or are we picking 500 HP?
Yeah, Poppy is a mega pick here.
Or can we get both?
And we talked about that during draft. I mean, Zach, Wukong, Kalista, it's so crazy good.
Top jungle and support too, so I like leaning into that one. But now Core JJ teaming up with Umti for a little bit of a vision excursion.
I mean, the grub spawning in 10 seconds. The timing is immaculate from TL.
The bottom side, though, Fnatic are doing the
Humanoid?
Stun there. Humanoid's playing to his
what the fuck?
No one is playing to Humanoid.
Umti.
So for
flash on this bitch.
Praying his jungler can get there in time. Looks like he might have escaped.
Fnatic
really?
Similar thing.
Stun there. Humanoid's playing to his bottom side, but no one is playing to Humanoid, so he's just running for his life.
I would have flashed that wall if I was Umti.
Looks like he might have escaped.
I guess they're worried about Rumble being in the jungle. That's fair. They got his flash. Good enough. Good enough.
Humanoid is playing way too aggressive this game. He gets collapsed on.
Never mind. You look at the bot state and you understand why they didn't go after that. That's very cool.
More plates are going to be funneled. TP into the
He's too far for the flash. No, he's not. You could probably flash EM from that range.
How much danger is this bot lane in right now? Looks like
flash EQ.
Back to base. Doesn't force out the TP.
He didn't have ult. If he had ult and he could flash E ult.
Vision going to be cleared out. But these grubs are up for the open for the taking. Ping's coming down from Fnatic. They realize that as well.
Plus, you can W early. You could get there. Anyway, it's not worth it. It wasn't a good play. He would have used all his cooldowns to get there. And then they had everybody in the bot side. So, never mind. Ignore me.
Stop Oscar from following up. Zach has a lot of kill pressure on these immobile carries, but Yon, fantastic use of the ult means he wins out and pushes Oscar back.
What was that HP? What was that HP? I want to click on that icon.
150, 200. All right.
It was definitely under that at the time of the arrow hitting, but bottom side turret plate also going to go over.
Plate, impact, dashing back, using the footwork just to escape. He knows he's on the weak side of the map. He can see his bot lane hitting the top tower. Knows this is just going to be effective.
Impact has no armor. A little rough for him to step onto Noah.
Punish here. Spending a lot of time just hovering.
He's building Rookern.
6 scrubs secured for Team Liquid. They're going to be able to get some plates.
As a man of culture, I assume you prefer lighter roast. I prefer medium roast these days, actually.
They had gotten a little bit of extra experience, but they are going to push them off in the end. So should be
the lighter roasts are often at times too caffeinated.
As they give up their outer towers, Oscar gets trapped a little.
Arrow is there as well. Umti knockback.
Well,
wall. The Zach cannot move. The flash forced out.
He's lucky to get out of that flash, actually.
100 HP.
Okay, Oscar, you need to chill out, man. Like, what? He is dancing at the very
his
edge.
defense, there are 3 people trying to murder
With TL facing the loser of BLGT1, do you think they could take a game?
Like, what?
No.
Umti's naturally going to try and steal those. That side of the map belongs to Team Liquid. Therefore, that's Umti's jungle. That ain't yours.
Krugs are dangerous. Betty, we know it.
But have you considered he didn't die?
Does roast change affect any coffee? Just makes me super tired. I don't know how coffee makes you tired, man. That's a you problem.
They almost caught Oscar
in terms of the space he has created.
Dragos.
Hey, some LEC memes deserve to be international, boys. Sometimes you need the cope. And right now, you know, Fnatic, again, the gold lead isn't massive, but 6 grubs is going to be the big concern. Is
now, Jun. Here comes Impact.
A bit of damage, has already itemized MR, of course, for the Zac matchup, so it takes nothing effectively from Jun.
Yeah, they have a Kalista ultimate, but if you blow that on like a topside skirmish before...
He's already used his clone, he's got one more stack in the side.
That is one of the big...
Are we just going to catch here from Team Liquid? They go in onto Yun. Yun just stops him. After Razork comes in, they commit the TP. Razork flashes out. Razork still has R2. Well,
that is one of the big team fight enabling tools for Fnatic.
Very interesting play. So they think they have the range with the Severing Bolt and the Wukong to do this, but Yun just flashes and then uses Chain of Corruption and just autos the shit out of him. And he doesn't actually get R2. I guess they trade APA for it, but he gets the big ult off. And Humanoid is stuck in the mid lane. And Humanoid just gets arrowed and then autoed to death by Varus Ash.
All right, Team Liquid, let's see what they can do. It looks like it's just going to be push on mid here. They want to continue.
Impact is just, again, an immovable wall. While he has prioritized early magic resistance, once that armor comes through, I feel like Fnatic is going to struggle to deal with him. Nice TP in from APA. Does a lot of damage even though he loses his life. The fact that that fight became on 2 fronts meant that Yon was able to get the kill onto Humanoids, and ultimately a play initiated by Fnatic falls short and goes in favor of Team Liquid.
Yeah, Razork used his clone to get into this position, so Yon is able to...
What a weird play by Razork there.
With the chains of corruption into the Umpty flash into wall, where the APA got annihilated there.
It doesn't matter if APA dies, though, because Impact is able to come in, and they still get the ult off, and they're able to siphon off
uses his ultimate onto
Quay to the side.
Uses his ulti onto Humanoid.
Ivan MR, thank you for your Twitch Prime sub.
When they sneak away Dragon, they're sneaking the Dragon and they get it.
Has to be big. Having that extra objective. Essentially stole away one Dragon, got the other one leashed, so Fnatic...
I'm drinking like 2 cups per day, or sometimes 3 of those subscriptions worth looking into. Yeah, because at least with Drink Trade, the one I had when I was in the States, you set up how frequently you want them. So you can just set it to however frequently you need it. It's not like they send you one a week. You can set it once a month, whatever you want. I really liked it.
There's a lot of dive threats. Poppy mitigates a lot of that, right? On top of the fact that, I mean, APA on Aurelion Sol.
I remember you in the LCK in the old times. Best time ever. Thank you. It's very nice of you.
To the fact, again, I come back to this Cassante problem. Who's going to kill him? Like, I don't think Humanoid has the damage, and we saw what happened in Game 1 when Noah just tries to hit that champion. He's not going to take any damage.
The Poppy is on the other foot now. Team Liquid with some adjustments, and you mentioned the Aurelion Sol. The Aurelion Sol is really big because it's a champion that does make timing your your Star Dust collection for Dragon number 3 like a very powerful strategy. So you can try and put a stop to the Dragon stacking later on, as long as you...
We ain't that old yet. That was just the mid-game. Oh, we are, my friend. I'm 37 now. We are that old.
Dragon number 3, and set yourself up for the big AoE.
Need to see Fnatic as we get later.
I love how they just gave over Asol. I was surprised they didn't ban it in the second rotation. Like, we're going to ban it in the first rotation, but then we're just going to let him have it this game. I think that the thought was that they were... Look, there is method to this madness. I think they think that the combo of Wukong, Zac, Hui, and Rumble will give backline access where they can just blow up Aurelion Sol. Like, Aurelion Sol shouldn't live versus their composition. I get it. But the problem is that the level 1 was so disastrous for Wukong that it's very difficult to play this game.
He's doing a bit better than they did in the first game, at least.
I mean, sure.
Made it through lane. Didn't die. Almost died twice, but didn't die.
See, the scoreboard remembers.
So
Do you think Casters will be part of the LoL Hall of Legends? No.
Team Liquid
Absolutely not. They
seem
won't
to
be.
have a firm grasp on this game with the 2K leads. They're scaling nicely. I'm sure
Thank
there's
you,
more
Blue
to
J16, for your Twitch Prime sub. I appreciate it.
concede the next one. The Baron threat is not something significant from TL, so ultimately I think this is going to come down to some big fights. It's a question of who.
A scale of 1 to 7, what banger rating would you give this series?
It is Fnatic that's often the initiators when it comes to these.
Like a 3? I was so into the Gen G top series when I was reviewing it earlier today, but this is pretty bad. Ash Solstice instead of Bloodsong, really? By God, you're right. That's weird.
W denial is very, very big in trying to counter the start of the Fnatic AoE, because Fnatic have very capable AoE team fighting tools here.
Yeah,
Would you watch MSI live? No, I don't have co-streaming privileges.
They definitely have the explosive AoE to win one of those team fights, but it does require either the Wukong, or the Zac to have a really good initiation. They're going to teleport for a flank.
See if they can find that good initiation. Equalizer used initially. Oscar over the wall, connecting onto multiple members. Umti not in the right spot. Flash forward. Now trying to make it work with the stretching strikes. Knockup is there, but the entire team a little bit split. See if they can find that good initiation. Equalizer used initially. Oscar over the wall, connecting onto multiple members. Umti not in the right spot. Flash.
This is what I'm talking about. Like, APA can't live versus this composition, guys. That's why they let him have the Aurelion Soul.
That's the shutdown. APA core on the way out. It's Impact versus all of Fnatic.
He had to fly away.
Kazante is good, and it might take them a while, but eventually Impact should drop, or he's going to Houdini his way out and just try to keep the fight going. Impact
Unfortunately, there's no actual objective to take, so let's take stock of this. They lost Chorus Flash. They lost Oscar's Flash.
Really good flank there from Fnatic.
Who made the smokes crack call in OGN? Doa. Rookie just lights up crack is what he said. Here you go. We'll watch it.
Whoa. Oh, there we go. Rookie just lights up crack. That's not what I meant. He destroys crack quickly is what I meant there by it. Whoa. Oh, there we go. Rookie just lights up crack.
On this esports stage.
He destroys crack quickly is what I meant there by it.
Beautiful. That was a hilarious intermission to this.
And Jun's Rumble Ultimate just decimates the Poppy and the Varus there.
I mean, the good news for TL is that
I miss old league. Yeah, me too. I miss OGN.
But they are a little disconnected. Core JJ is staying safely on the back. Umti gets initiated on. The Varus is using the Herald to try and escape. But it's an awkward situation. You can see how disjointed TL are as they try to retreat, and Fnatic are quick to punish that. Impact can't really impose himself on the fight, and it makes it a much more one-sided affair for Fnatic.
Yeah, nice attack there from Fnatic, splitting them. And they got a bunch of summoner spells on the way out as well.
It comes back to what...
It's all right. Dola and I still do a show together. Here you go. We released our hilarious review of Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon 2 today
They have so much dive, and if
at Last Free Nation Culture, so go watch it.
It's very difficult to escape from Fnatic's composition, but it then becomes a question of, can Fnatic get past Umti and Impact? If they can, TL's in danger, but if they can't, TL have a massive scaling and damage.
Zack Snyder is such a hack. True, but don't watch the movie. Just watch our hilarious review of the movie.
Has been the winning team. The calm plays have been winning out. And if
I've never kissed Doa, no.
mid lane allow themselves to get flanked from multiple angles like that, then you don't have your Poppy and your Kazante, your bouncers there to protect you.
I subjected myself to that. I subjected myself to that for you guys. A9E_. Thank you for Twitch Prime sub. I did that for you, for your entertainment.
Really attacking the map there, and we'll keep track of those wards because each of these wards.
Did I review the first one too? I did. We did. So you can watch both of our Nerd Legions on Rebel Moon Part 1 and Part 2.
Critical place there for those possible plays to set up flanks.
Represents that potential flank that could decide a fight, and certainly That's Fnatic up with a more favorable angle.
It is very funny, though. I would recommend you guys watching it. Doe is really funny in the latest one.
Step here. Poppy getting chunked out. Disastrous start for TL. Flash out from Umti now. Yon trying to re-engage with an ultimate of his own. Jun pulled back by the Fate's call. Star getting dropped on the backside of the fight. Good bit of burn damage, but Razork in the back line. Already on to core. Start for TL.
All right, let's take a look at the team fights.
That's Fnatic up with a more
So now we have the team fight that came after. Remember, Oscar doesn't have flash and Core doesn't have flash after that whack-ass skirmish that happened.
overstep here. Poppy getting
And not a super big fan of that equalizer, but I guess it forces Umti's flash.
flash out from Umti now. Yon trying to re-engage with an ultimate of his own. Jun pulled back by the Fate's call. Star getting dropped on the back. He can't overstep.
I do not like this Kalista ult from Noah. I guess he has to flash out to dodge Chains of Corruption, and then he has to pull the Rumble out, so then they re-engage.
Jun pulled back by the Fate's call. Star getting dropped on the backside of the fight. Good bit of burn damage, but Razork in the back line. Already on to core JJ. Razork untouched for now. TP now coming in.
APA just on a mission to kill Hui, I guess.
Healing up. Oscar now trying to body block for the Wukong. Pullback is good from core JJ.
What was Razork doing in this fight? Oh, he actually gets a decent two-man ult. He forces Yun's flash. All right, he gets Ashe. Razork, that was his R2, though.
Oscar now trying to body block for the Wukong. Pullback is good from impact. Trying to stun, trying to lock him up. Yon finishing the job.
You watched Rebel Moon today? It was a waste of time? Yeah, it's terrible. But our show is funny and covers all of the parts of Rebel Moon that are hilarious. The second one is actually just so bad it's funny. It's kind of worth just, like, hitting the freeze pipe and watching Rebel Moon Part 2 with your friends, I think. It is real bad.
Now Core JJ is back in the action.
Big difference maker too is that APA has teleport on the Aurelion Soul, so should be a quicker reset there. Hex gates are actually also up though.
That's true. That's a good point.
In the middle of Part 1 of Rebel Moon, I'm enjoying it, and now want to watch all the movies you mentioned on what ripped off badly. Dude, Starship Troopers is an actually good movie. So, Rebel Moon Part 2 is so bad it's good. It's funny. Starship Troopers is a legit good movie. It's just great satire. It's a really good movie.
Teleport used from APA to push bottom lane. They should get that local gold on the outer turret first before moving over, and they have vision control.
Wait, that control.
Starship Troopers was misunderstood because people didn't understand when it came out that it was satire somehow.
Secured, but it's Team Liquid. I think Fnatic need to concede this. They're in no position to really contest. The tower's going to go in favor of Team Liquid in the bot lane, and I think TL.
Yeah.
They made the correct choice. Good use of the teleport to get back control over the river. Fnatic's forced to retreat.
I have no idea how you could watch a Paul Verhoeven movie and then not understand that it was satire if you had seen any other Paul Verhoeven movie. If you had seen RoboCop, Total Recall, how could you not understand that Starship Troopers was satire? But people didn't get it.
Fnatic's forced to retreat. A very even fight though. 2 for 2 overall. Summoners spent a plenty.
Can I skip the first Rebel Moon and go straight to So Bad It's Good? Yes, you can. Guys, there is a 20-minute slow-motion wheat harvesting scene in the new Rebel Moon movie.
Fnatic pushed out of their own jungle. TL, not a lot to play for in the mid lane right now. We have to feel like Baron is the next big objective for either side.
You can also do your part by subscribing to the Elephant Culture YouTube channel. Yes, which you should do, because it's a really good channel, and we work very hard on it. And we are almost at 10,000 subs.
With the biggest gold lead, barely bigger than the Yon gold lead in the bottom lane there for Team Liquid as they transition over to that Baron side of the map.
Tense mid game between these two teams.
So no real thoughts on the game. I mean, I stopped thinking about this game a while ago. I'm getting distracted now. All right.
They're in no position to really contest. The tower's going to go in favor of Team Liquid in the bot lane.
Bit more poke.
An incredibly close fight. The HP bars are blank.
All right, I like how APA is actually just suiciding to kill the Hui here because it is very difficult to play Aurelion Soul in this game, but if he can get his ult off and trade, I think it's pretty good.
Fnatic members still lying in wait, but here they are. They're returning back out to the map. Razork, Humanoid, back in the action.
So teleport used from APA to push bottom lane. They should get that.
This game is really boring, though. I like the level 1 stuff that happened, but that was interesting to me.
They didn't actually spot out that ward. Blue buff going to be secured, but it's Team Liquid. I think Fnatic need to concede this. They're in no position to really contest. The tower's going to go in favor of Team Liquid in the bot lane, and I think TL, they made the correct choice. Good use of the teleport to get back control over the river. Fnatic's
I love the 4-play vids. Good. Me too. We're starting up our next arc next week.
The gold lead starting to grow from the side of TL, as well as the passive map control. 4 towers taken down, and TL.
I don't think the Hui is a counterpick to A Soul. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. The matchup was weird, though. The matchup was weird because of the level 1 shenanigans that took all jungle pressure off. So I don't know if this is going to be the strongest example of that.
Power spike, you're slow from the Rylai's, plus the burn on Leandries. And APA with the biggest gold lead, barely bigger than the Yon gold lead in the bottom lane there for Team Liquid as they transition over to that Baron side of the map.
Here's a question for you. If it is the Red Bull Baron, why is there a MasterCard logo inside the Baron pit?
Tense mid-game between these two teams. Really, a single fight can swing the whole game. I think we've already discussed at length how both teams want to play these fights. Fnatic finding flanks, basically finding ways to get past Umti. Meanwhile, Team Liquid want to use the space that they can create with Impact and Umti, relying on APA and Yon's range and damage. Arrow connects on a Jun.
Big start to the fight. Umti gonna find the angle to knock it back into the wall.
Meanwhile, Team Liquid want to use the space that they can create with Impact.
Ashe is too good, man.
Relying on APA and Yon's range and damage. Arrow connects on a Jun.
Support Ashe is so broken. Needs to be banned every game this tournament.
Nicely done there. Umti follows it up. He gets just in there for the angle.
Shield now taken away. All Noah's in trouble. Stun gonna connect. The skies descending on Fnatic. Razork and Oscar trying to piece together a fight in the meantime. They take it down core. APA for now untouched. Big damage onto Razork. Wukong taken out of the equation. Now Aurelion.
I like how Humanoid just can't do anything once the dragon starts flying at him, besides eat the space laser.
Taken away. All Noah's in trouble. Stun gonna connect. The onto the Rumble support.
Nicely done there.
What is Noah doing?
Follows it up. He gets just in there for the angle.
Noah gets his Edge of Night cleared. Then he gets Black Hold, and then he just gets completely rocked by Umti and Yun. There's no threat on APA this entire fight. Razork ults Impact and Core JJ. I guess he kills Core JJ, but it doesn't matter because Core JJ doesn't have to do anything anymore. So glad he didn't play Ori. Ori would be very useful here. I mean, what are you going to do? You know they're here. They just killed Jun. You don't have Jun anymore, which is a lot of the damage you need in the back line with Equalizer onto Aurelion Sol. You see the volley. The volley clears. I don't know why we're walking in here after Jun just died in the mystery jungle.
Wukong taken out of the equation. Now Aurelion Sol leaping in, he gets the reset after the kill. But Umti's pushed him away. It's a little less than ideal, but he'll get one more resource here. Now reset coming through. They should be able to chase down Oscar. Team Liquid are slaughtering Fnatic.
All right, just go Baron.
APA sliding in on the Aurelion Sol, calling down the power of the stars for Team Liquid, and that's going to be a turn towards Baron.
Yeah, I guess they were just trying to stop the Baron. But I don't think you could. Jun's back just to equalize the Baron pit. Things are now equal in the Baron pit. The MasterCard Baron pit. Wait, where did the MasterCard logo go?
He finds the arrow onto Jun, and then Fnatic, they seem to think that they can walk into this side of the map, but they can't. We look back at this now. The arrow connects. They've spotted Jun out, who's just trying to get some vision around the Baron. Great punish from Team Liquid. And it's at this point that you think, okay, maybe TL can now threaten the Baron, and that's what Fnatic's scared of. But look at this engage as APA throws down the star.
Yeah, Core JJ.
Umti missed his ult, but we'll ignore that. He tried to knock up Noah, but didn't work.
Counter engage from Fnatic is just a little bit too late because they've already lost so many key members. And TL chased them down. Humanoid here on the way has just kind of been easy pickings for Team Liquid as they cruise over the wall, picking up the extra kills and then picking up the...
Oh my god, huge 3-man ult? Oh, he got the ground onto Noah too. Noah couldn't flash.
Key members numbers.
Noah couldn't flash.
Over the wall.
How does this happen? I mean, we come in like
As they
we come in literally
wall, picking up the extra
to a 3-man Poppy knockup,
kills and then picking up the objective.
and then Noah jumps, grounds himself. So now Noah can't flash over the wall because he's grounded because he knocked himself up.
Resetting and the dragon just keeps going. Razor's got nowhere to go. I don't know what the hell happened to set up the.
I have no idea. Guys, the replays have actually trolled 2 games in this series. I have no idea what happens because of the replays.
Once again, Team Liquid with a commanding team fight. Only Humanoid is left alive, but with the Baron buff, TL can set their sights on the Nexus.
And gentlemen, I thought we would reset a little bit longer and that the Baron might take a little bit more time, but no, we are not. Spiraling Despair, marginal sadness for APA. He is not concerned about that one.
Well,
Surely we'll see what actually... Okay, we are going to see what actually happened. All right.
when the team needs them.
Okay, so he just went straight over from Baron.
Another look as we got a picture.
That's smart. Smites him. So smites the spell shield, ease him,
All 3 of them, they walk right into
and then they just walk into Poppy 3-man R.
JJ falls with his Ash Arrow as well, but it's just destroyed at that point. Then they're all grouped up.
Wow. It wasn't even APA's ult, it was actually Yon's arrow that did so much damage across the Fnatic lineup.
Destroyed at that point. Then they're all grouped up.
Wow. It wasn't even APA.
Right into him.
APA's ult actually didn't do anything. It's just that this is played really well because Impact just groups them all together, and then they all just take one giant-ass Varus arrow.
It wasn't even APA's ult, it was
Dude, this is so bad, though.
Let's take another look as we got a picture.
He doesn't get the stun.
Once the general had
On the E, Noah's not stunned. He's just autoing, and then they walk into a 3-man Poppy ult, and then he gets grounded and he can't flash out, so he dies. By the way, if Noah had just flashed right here, it would have been fine. But you had to get hit by the Poppy W, knocked up, and then grounded, so he can't flash. Did Noah think he was stunned? No, he didn't think he was stunned. He's autoing. He's autoing. He's like autoing Poppy. The piercing arrow is amazing, though.
It was actually Yon's arrow that did so much damage across the Fnatic lineup. Incredible combo.
Noah stunned IRL. That's right. He was stunned in real life, but not in the game.
We're seeing game 1 and game 3 looking very, very similar. A lot of activity from Umpty, and when TL are at a decent lead, they set up these traps, and Fnatic walk into them every single time. They're so eager, so ready to contest a bigger objective, so scared of giving something else away that they just walk into Fog of War and die. And now you can see the alt chat. APA's calling out, why are you giving me this Ace Soul? And Fnatic probably asking themselves that same question.
All right, well, Team Liquid still with a job to finish here. Job is not done for them, although they have a commanding lead in this game. They should be able to pick up the Dragon. Fnatic, whenever they're pushing in these positions, they usually force.
Oh, did they show the alt chat? I didn't see it. Why give Acel you can't play versus? He doesn't even say that bad stuff. It's just funny.
All right, well, Team Liquid still with a job to finish here. Job is
You're allowed to do that? Why not? Trash talking's great. We love trash talking.
In this game, they should be able to pick up the Dragon. Fnatic, whenever they're pushing in these positions, they usually force.
Good arrow engage coming from Yon.
Oscar is level 12. Impact is 15.
Oh my god. Oscar got so gimped this game.
The level discrepancy is absolutely massive. The Dragon is available. I don't know if TL actually care at this point.
APA is cringe. No, he's not. He's funny.
Disjointed right now.
Fishing for a play.
APA is fine though.
No, APA flying out to safety.
The Star Cruiser.
Yeah, my man got the Yamato cannon. Chain damage. He's got all the upgrades. Tier 3 armor. Tier 3 attack. Invested all.
I mean, he's got the Mech Eyes upgraded.
Yeah, I mean.
He's talking trash. He's upgraded Mech Eyes. That is the Yappa we know and love. And he's got his upgraded Aurelion Soul ultimate too. With
He's
that
got his
last
Medjai's.
moment of
Let's
stun.
go.
My man's opening all chat.
This Wei did nothing the entire game.
EPM and the words per minute up.
I mean, also blue side proving very effective so far in this series. I like TL's approach to the draft, and they're making it work. Their adaptation of picking up the Poppy is doing them wonders. 2-2-13 for Umti. The bot lane continues to do well. Humanoid
just going for the solo kill. He does too much damage. Humanoid cannot stop him.
I'm going to say that Hui is not the counter to Aurelion.
I don't think it is. That's not it. Yeah.
TL.
Noah takes him to safety.
Noah did 9,000 damage this game compared to 32,000 damage from Team Liquid, from Yun. Noah did 9,000 damage to 32,000 damage by Yun.
Mistakes is how you improve. That's why.
You can't make fun of me. I already did myself. Haha.
I also think, you're going to whiff and all. This is the context you can do.
Will this game be different if Fnatic had Ori? Probably not. I mean, there were the Kalista pick is really bad, I think.
I mean, look at TL pushing down 2 lanes. They're keeping the pressure up in mid as well. The 6 scrubs doing some serious work for Team Liquid. Fnatic looking to go to match point.
Oscar with the setup. Interrupt from Umti is good.
Yeah, Humanoid was bad too. They just played bad. They played so badly, I don't know if picks could save them.
To start things off with a pick or to interrupt the engage from Fnatic. 5 members on the top side from TL. Fnatic, this could be the final fight as Razor goes in, but a clean flash out from Yon.
Kalista has a very hard time playing this game. Sure, why did we let them have Poppy?
TL looking to mop up the fight. The Aurelion Soul flight resets. Gonna start coming through fast. Yon with a bit of extra poke. They can just take the base if they want to, but they're
Why did we let them have Varus Ashe Poppy?
Yes, they can. Team Liquid with Captain America at the head are going to be able to take game number 3 over Fnatic here.
Like, look at this draft. Whose fault is
More
this?
jungle buffs expected.
They pick. Look, guys, I don't know how to tell you what to tell you about this. Fnatic picks Kalista Zac. They have 2 bans. Neither of these bans is Poppy. Okay? What do you want? What do you want? You see Ashe, who can just volley onto Kalista, and you give him Poppy. I didn't do it. Fnatic did this to themselves. Nobody forced them to ban Sejuani Volibear.
Both work well here for Humanoid. I think you have the ability to
Then they pick Wukong. And they're like, Poppy? Surprise Pikachu?
We'll see.
And if Team Liquid pick to engage,
Poppy Aurelion Soul? Who among us could have seen this coming? Dude, yeah, Umti's Volibear is the great mystery. They've banned it twice now. He did have 6. He's 5-1 on Volibear this spring, but like, really? Volibear? He sucks late game.
But spoiler, he's going to keep yapping.
All right, final game. I'm going to go pee. Be back. All right. Ah, the French.
Ah, the French.
Let's get back into it. ASCII, hell yeah. Thank you for your Twitch Prime sub. All right, they learned how to ban Aurelia Soul again. They're not just going to try and play backline dive into it. The level 1 shenanigans were too much. Banning Camille into Oscar and in. Vi and LeBlanc. And now we have Talia and Twisted Fate. Really? We're banning Twisted Fate over Cassante? Is Impact such a danger on the Twisted Fate?
Cassante, perhaps? Oh, that is a Cassante, yeah.
All right, Impact, how many Poppy games have you played? Because I really think this was such a good answer. Maybe he learned
We're first pick blue side Cassante. All right, Ashe is up. No, don't do this. Just play Varus Ashe. I think TL should play Varus Ashe there. Whatever. It's fine.
Too complicated of a champion, at least.
It's true.
So he's still banned Talia. Is Ari still up, though? They're going to take Sejuani. Jinzhao, Azir, Ziggs, and Zaku. Ornn. Okay, we're just going to play Ornn top. All right, what mid lane are we going for here? It's pretty low damage composition for Team Liquid. Ori's back. Hell yeah. Although, well, at least they have an Ori ball target with Lee Sin.
Normally you'd pair something like a Viego makes a little bit more sense because then you can set up for Viego to get the resets, especially in these early skirmishes. Also just Viego having a little bit, well...
All right, Viego reset comp. I'm into it. Single target CC from Ashe and Varus into Viego resets with a tanky front line. Okay. I love it. All right, it's back. Twistana. Yeah, you need a high damage. You need a high damage mid laner, so the Tristana works. Huge front to back team fighting composition for Team Liquid, though. However, Ornn is really good into Ashe Varus because it's easy to hit them in the back line. And then you can follow it with Tidal Wave and CC them forever.
I will say, while it might be a little nuanced, you want to build armor boots here, but armor boots against Ornn plus Sejuani is not ideal. You actually want Merc Treads, so there is that element to it, but you're definitely right that the bulk of TL's damage is primarily AD, and it'll be interesting how they navigate the Cassante problem.
And as long as LDR is back in the shop after yesterday, and they get their armor penetration, then it should be a better
understand,
time.
Lord Dominic needs a day off. He's living there. He's been selling them this entire season. Needed a break. Today, though, he's
Boris
back.
was out yesterday.
He was out. He wasn't available.
Today, restocked. All right.
Of course, I think more pressure now goes onto the top side for Impact because if he falls too far behind this Cassante, if Oscar gets ahead of the clock, is able to build a lot of those really powerful armor items, team fighting gets so much more difficult for the side of TL.
I will also say, too, against Ornn, like Ornn's got some good magic damage there. To threaten at least early on as far as the rushing of those items. So let's see it. Team Liquid locking in the double 80 carries. The Lucian Nami again. Lucian Nami, that was such a horrific story for not just LCS but also LEC.
No, I'm not going to co-stream MSI. I can't. I can't co-stream MSI. Riot will nuke my channel from orbit.
Jackie love Lucian Nami. They've decided they're going to go with it again.
And unsurprisingly, as we enter a game...
Respect to Spawn, by the way, completely outcoached the Fnatic staff. Yeah, he recovered very nicely from the Smolder Abomination pick. But yeah, I really like the drafts he's been putting together this series.
APA just continues to fire shots.
Graduate with a BFA next Friday. Any tips for the post-uni life? Just grind your little booty off. Doesn't matter what happened in college. It only matters what happens, how hard you grind and how hard you work when you get out of college. But have fun, you know?
Himself or NA as like the insult. He's like, what? You're going to lose to APA? Bro. You're going to lose to a one trick?
Travel a bunch. That would be my advice. Travel while you're young and single.
What are you feeling, Kobe? You thinking game 5 or are you thinking...
I mean,
travel as much as you can.
Really early on that you just wanted 5 games.
Don't just stay in one place because it's comfortable. Go have adventures. This is the time of your life to have adventures. Like don't just fuck around and not travel. Like move to a city you've never been to before. Put yourself out there. Don't allow yourself to get trapped in a relationship. The odds of you being in a permanent relationship for many years right out of college with the same person you're in a relationship with right out of college are basically zero. So always choose your career or an adventure over being in a relationship. Do not get trapped. You'll find that person later. It's not going to happen now.
You will have given your life to a worthy cause. Well, rest in peace, Vedius. Pleasure knowing you.
But yeah, fuck off as far away as you can.
Let's see how things play out. The lane swap is coming through from Team Liquid.
How would you like to be buried?
I would like to.
You're not confident on Team Liquid's lane swap?
Maybe?
Yeah.
We're trying to get a 2-for-1 special, which whenever team loses the series, Betty, we really got to know.
Okay, let's keep track of what Impact is up to. Who's attacking level 1 first? Humanoid, you better not lose your flash this time around.
I appreciate
Tell that advice to Mormons. Oh yeah, Mormons notoriously happy on the outside, sad on the inside. They're sad on the inside for a reason.
Just watching him run around right now.
He's found the chickens.
This is like us with the pandas. Oh no, we did not do that at the pandas. that is not allowed.
All right. You're going to get us taken to jail or something.
I fucked out from Oregon to Maryland, lived there for 4 years, hated it, and came home. But yeah, but now you don't have any questions. Now you know you're in the right place. So it worked. Working as an adventure, working as intended. You can always go back home, man. I'm from Colorado. I'm going to move to Denver. I'm not from Denver, but I'm going to move back to Colorado. But I also spent 20 years not being in Colorado. I've lived outside of Colorado for more of my life than I've lived inside of it.
Because the bot tower does die quicker than the top one does, so you can just funnel more plates. And
I'd be sad if I had to live in Utah. Utah's beautiful. Utah is actually gorgeous.
Steal this blue buff away.
Razork now coming in. I think it's crucial that he is here. If you let Umpty and Impact walk down to that bot lane tower, could be disastrous, but APA really taking a lot of damage. Tristana jump forward, rocket jump there. Razork forced to flash back. Now wants to go back in with the Spectral Mod. Stepping back.
All right, let's take a look at this level 1 in the lane swap.
He's looking to get some information.
So lane swapping Lucian Nami away till 3, as we have discussed many times in the last few days.
Could be disastrous, but APA really taking a lot of damage. Tristana jump forward, rocket jump there. Razork forced to flash back. Now wants to go back in with the Spectral Mod. Stepping backwards, the level 1 Ornn. Impact forced to flash away. Phase rush proc.
So this is pretty bad because we're skirmishing around this side right now. Impact would love. Where is Oscarinen? Why he no TP and why is he not TPing here?
Tower could be disastrous, but APA really taking a lot of damage. Tristana jump forward, rocket jump there. Razork forced to flash back. Now
why is he not TPing? I can't see the minimap. Where are you?
Forced to flash away. Phase rush proc, but Fnatic happy to just trade flash for flash.
Umpty steals away the blue buff here, which is kind of critical because
what the fuck? Oscarinen's autoing the tower?
Starting on that blue.
What is he doing? They're so bad at cross mapping. Holy shit. What was he doing that whole time? No! Dude, you saw the Ornn here. You know what? You know where their jungle and top are. Just fucking TP to this turret. Holy shit, he just literally lost that whole wave. They could have been so far ahead.
Take that whole side away of the jungle from the lane swap power of Team Liquid. And so it's going to end up where Razork has way more camps to go to here. He steals away the Gromp, and he's still going to have his red quadrant to go back to afterwards.
What's really interesting about this swap is they actually sent Jun into the jungle after getting level 2, and Oscar, along with Noah, with a duo attacking the plates, meaning that they only share.
Yeah, why?
Between those.
Ask the question, Vedius. Why was he doing that?
As APA looks for a fight.
APA bit of damage, gets the reset on this aftercharge. Can rocket jump out? Continue to extend the trade in his favor. 3 plates taken down on the bottom side.
Dude, even the observers are trying to subtly tell the casters. Look at this. The observers are trying to tell the casters what should be happening. They literally are showing an empty turret with a giant ass. This is 3 waves of minions. This is a 3rd wave crash.
Razork now coming in. I think it's crucial that he
They're literally trying to show us that Oscar should be walking into this brush and TPing.
Here, if you let Impact walk down to that bot lane tower, could be disastrous, but APA really taking a lot of
Oh my god. Dude, it was so good too because it's the cannon wave, so he would have gotten all of it. All of the XP. The casters didn't get the hint though. Meanwhile, Oscarden is very helpfully autoing this turret.
Starting on that blue quadrant of Fnatic's side, was able to take that whole side away of the jungle from the lane swap power of Team Liquid, and so it's going to end up where Razork.
Well, I guess they didn't want an advantage. I guess they didn't want it. They just wanted him to be level 1 with 1 CS forever.
What's really interesting about this swap is they actually sent Jun into the jungle after getting level 2, and Oscar, along with Noah, with a duo attacking the plates. Meaning
Dom did last night. Oh, did Dom freak out about this? Because, like, this is really fucking bad. How could he not have learned? It's all right. He's there to provide demolish procs, guys. He got 3 plates. He got level 2. They were sharing that experience, but he got level 2.
The jungle takeaway there on lane swap when they started their own red quadrant. Meanwhile, Razork is finishing up his red.
This could have been actually pretty brutal for Impact in terms of getting him behind. G2 can't carry you forever. Well, one of us is.
They are going for the call there, though. Fnatic now swapping their duo right back to the top side.
You'll notice Impact trying to push in this wave as quickly as he can because he knows that the swap is happening. He has information on the bot side of the map that Oscar Renin is choosing to stay, meaning that he's trying to get as much farm as he can, knowing that a stacked wave is likely to come, and he doesn't want to run the risk of getting dived.
Humpty now is going back into the side where Jun already is, where Fnatic re-swapped to. So Humpty here has just lost so much time going to the other side of the map, and gonna have to just start his re-clear now from top to bottom.
And if Fnatic just want to try to zone off, just hold this wave, stack waves, they're gonna take so much experience away from Impact, and the tower, or the waves will hit after the tower armor has fallen away on the top side of the map, set up to take a lot more plates, especially as Impact is just being forced away.
He needs to be really careful because the dive that we were talking about earlier is still a very real possibility. Only level 2. You can see Noah level 4, Razork nearly level 5. He has the top crab that he's going to be able to secure as well. Oscar making his way back out onto the map. He has his TP still available too. The pings are coming down onto top. Let's see if Impact can survive.
Yeah, let's see about this jungle lead. Humpty's coming back for the cover.
Impact just running. He knows he has to give this one up. But already, Spectral Mach connecting. Impact has to walk back under the tower. A lot of early damage.
Noah's tanking the turret.
And here comes Umpty to punish. One more tower shot. Noah running for his life. Umpty's attention a little bit split, but Impact is still standing.
Umpty, the real hero, flashing for that. And Impact hits level 3, so he gets HP. Yep, gains 100 HP just from leveling up.
Refuses to go down the redive. The Q will not connect. Piercing arrow, not enough. Fnatic desperate to get something. TL taking their time, standing strong.
Soaking at the turret. They're still.
They let all their cooldowns come back up, so they can't dive now.
They're just going to attack Noah. They're going on to Noah, who's isolated right now. They're able to catch the wave, which means that the dive is not a possibility anymore. Fnatic completely fumbled at the arrival of Umpty, bought so much space. I don't know how Noah right now.
Why was Noah tanking?
Umpty's coming back for the cover.
Impact just running. He knows he
How did Jun not end up tanking this?
But already Spectral Mach connecting. Impact has to walk back under the tower. A lot
Wait, what?
Give this one up. But already Spectral Mach connecting. Impact has to.
No, I'm actually confused why Noah took aggro.
Impact just running. He knows he has to give this one up. But already Spectral Mach connect.
Why doesn't that auto take aggro?
Impact has to walk back under the tower. A lot of early damage. Noah taking tower aggro though is a bit of a disaster. And here comes.
Coming back for the cover.
Impact just running. He knows he has to give this one up. But already Spectral Mach connecting. Impact has to.
No, but Ash autoed first.
Impact just running. He knows he has to give this one up. But already.
No, look at it. Ash autos. Right there. This is a bug. I've discovered a bug. He autos, then volleys, then autos again. But Noah takes aggro. What the fuck? Did Ash cancel auto? No. I don't think so. We'll slow it down. Okay, there's the auto. It doesn't... No, it does damage. The damage is done right there. You see the damage go down. Does damage. Then it's Varus auto. Then it's volley. Then it's another auto. Did it switch because Razork walked backwards? Maybe. They tried to do this the right way, though, obviously. It must have switched aggro from this. I don't think Razork's in range. Because here's the thing. It doesn't shoot him. So there's a tower shot here. It's the red buff. Guys, it's the red buff. It's the red buff. I think it's Razork's red buff. So Razork gets the aggro from the red buff, and the tower gets confused and starts shooting Noah because he's out of range. All right, we solved it. We solved it. It was stupid, but we solved it. Hooray for us. I think that's it, at least. Who knows? Not a bug. I'm sorry, Riot. It wasn't a bug. It was just a stupid interaction that shouldn't exist. Because I really don't think... Yeah, so it re-aggroed because it was going to aggro Razork. Razork stepped out, and then it was Noah's auto that hit. And then it re-aggroed because Noah's auto hit. It was still aggroed to Razork when Jun's auto hit, then Noah's auto hit, then volley hit, then Jun's second auto hit. And in that tiny-ass window between Jun's auto and the volley, it de-aggroed Razork and then aggroed him because of the his auto. Just I mean, they tried to do it right. What would have happened if they did it right? Who knows? I'm sure they were surprised by it. Basically, it was a tiny timing window when Razork stepped out between Jun's. It went Jun auto. It went in like a half second. It went Jun auto, Noah auto, Jun volley, Jun auto. And in between, so Razork got aggro after Jun auto, but before Noah auto, or he stepped out before Noah auto, but not before Jun hit volley. All right, they still have first blood though, so. Q. All right, there you go. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, they tried to chunk out Oscar as well, but it was dumb, but we got there. Footwork shield, not enough. TL grabbing a kill as well, matching it up. Oscar does have the TP. No, you don't want Razork to keep aggro because it's easier to get a ranged champion out of tower aggro without using summoner spells. The gold largely even as Fnatic finds advantages in top. Yon responds in the bot. Yeah, huge. It's safer to have the ranged champion take the aggro. Also, Razork is higher level and does more damage probably. Because it's a support with a support item and longsword versus double longsword onto Viego.
The initial survival obviously solid, TPing back. The redive from Fnatic much cleaner the second time around. Razork, again, the one that we have to keep our eyes on. Almost level 6. Trailing just a little bit behind. Total Gopo still favoring Noah. It is the on-hit Varus.
They're going for team fights for later. Meanwhile, Dragon should be...
Will we watch Gen G versus TS VODs today after this? No, I did those earlier today. They're on my YouTube channel under the live tab, or they're in the Twitch VODs.
Demonstrating a level of aggression that we need to see from him. He's feeling more and more confident as this series has gone on, and why wouldn't you after a fantastic Aurelion Sol performance?
We spent a very long time on that best of 5.
Decided to go for the Ionian boots. Makes a lot of sense. Not a huge amount of armor on the side of Fnatic.
There will be no stream tomorrow because I need to sleep because I'm staying up all night for the live games.
Side of the map where has to itemize for something against the Ornn, but of course not playing against him, so can just focus on armor. Dragon will be barely picked up there, but Fnatic now continuing their assault on the top side.
Worth watching? I mean, the series is very good.
Earlier on, so we'll start to tear through those tower plates.
You can decide if it's worth watching, me watching it or somebody else.
Level 6 probably can't kill him in isolation quite yet, but with Jun on the way, he might be in trouble. Nice buffer out on the Searing charge. Does mean Impact holds on to his life for now.
Impact is not having a fun time. Core, though, here to assist.
My AM shirts are feeling good. Nice. They're having another sale soon, so if you guys are thinking about buying them, wait till we do some announcements on our shows.
Going to be a little bit slower, but Noah and Jun just continue to take plates.
Meanwhile, on the bottom side, Oscar had actually roamed up towards mid lane, and it's just Yon down there, the Lucian, trying to zone him away from the experience, as this tower will fall on next wave.
It's going to take one more wave, but they haven't gotten any extra XP for Impact, a tiny bit there on that last crash, so a lot of resources burned from TL for very little effect.
Yeah, meanwhile, you can't
But Monty, what if I want to watch Double Lift's co-stream of Gen G versus TES?
Is fine, slipping under tower, so Oscar
Double Lift didn't co-stream it? What a surprise. He's not built like Dom. Dom, the person he called a parasite, even though Dom is willing to stay up all night and co-stream everything all the time. Yeah, surely Dom is the parasite.
Has a full level now over Impact, who's trying to set up a freeze on the top side of the map. Razork has nearly a full level over along with a healthy CS lead.
I can't watch the live games on stream, no, because I have no co-streaming privileges.
Level of aggression that we're seeing from APA, and Noah's about to crest over to 7, with Yon keeping pace with him for now after securing the static shiv.
Yeah, full reset here for Fnatic means the TL need to be very careful.
DL called Dom that? Yes, he did. It's very rude.
Because Impact cannot join. Impact is slow pushing.
APA going in, good chain CC, just trying to burn through the ash before she takes over to 6.
Also, I don't even know what he meant by calling Dom a parasite, considering like they both co-stream. So what the fuck does that even mean?
Because Impact cannot join. Impact is slow pushing.
APA going in, good chain CC, just trying to burn through the ash before she takes over to 6. Jun just barely able to escape. Culling offering a little bit of damage there, but not a whole heck of a lot else. Noah now running as well, getting the flash out.
Will you join the sack for a bit with Dom? No, I'm not allowed.
Thus far, favoring TL, they get a lot of initial cooldown.
Riot says Riot has to approve all co-stream guests.
Impact's slow building on top side, since it's gonna push out. Just last hitting, slow building that big wave. Now he's trying to crash it quickly, but Oscar will get there in time. So Fnatic lose some summoner spells there on a intelligent move from Team Liquid to actually force, even in a scenario where they are...
What happens if I co-stream? Riot calls Twitch and Twitch bans me.
I think TL played that very well. Jun, I thought that he had an awareness of it, but
is Riot really that petty? Oh, yes.
He was able to live off the back of that play.
Despite the fact that I wouldn't say anything bad about Riot if I was on an official co-stream. You know, the logic that they use is very weird. So I was allowed to officially broadcast for them for years, and they invited me to their international tournaments, and I never said anything bad over like thousands of games because I'm a professional, but I can't be a guest on co-streams. As if I would use a co-stream as a platform, because I understand it's part of their official broadcasting strategy, as if I would use that as a platform to say mean things about Riot. I will just save all that shit for my own stream and my own podcasts. Thank you very much.
Ultimate is back and available. The Fnatic bottom lane are sitting ducks. Varus and Ashe with...
But the logic is crazy. Like, I literally have zero... There have been 0 incidents of me in thousands of broadcast hours of shit-talking Riot on official broadcasts. 0.
With the Cassante just forces it on Impact, and even with Team Liquid making the call to try and send extra resources up there to answer, Fnatic get the first kill. They get the extra
Oscar with that. Now he's the Orn. APA's got nowhere to go. This is not here. Pullback is good. TP coming in, but they might find a dead impact by the time they arrive. Quick finish coming in from Razor.
I don't think APA wants to be there.
APA's got nowhere to go. This is not your side of the
Wow, Fnatic is smashing this game. And now they're going to get 6 Void Grubs. And they just got TP for free.
Resources up there to answer. Fnatic get the first kill. They get the extra flash out of impact as well. Pretty big stuff for them. It does cost them a little bit of mid-wave priority there, so at least you get, a turret plate or possibly.
This could have been an actually steamroll game from Fnatic if Oscar TP top, and just based on what's happening right now.
Such a massive, massive play there for Fnatic.
12 minutes in, and it's just 2,500 gold lead as Razork looks to secure 4th grub.
Okay, I don't know what Razork is doing.
Such a massive, massive play there.
So when you see the Sejuani come in, you already have 4 grubs. Okay, let me explain to you how this works. If you have taken 4 grubs and the other jungler is there, you cannot get 6 grubs. You can't. Because even if you smite the 5th grub, your smite goes on a 15-second cooldown, and the other jungler just smites the 6th grub. You don't get a bonus void might for 5. You get some extra true damage, but you just walk away at this point. You just walk away because you can't get 6, and there's such a risk of you being there.
2,500 gold lead as Razork looks to secure 4th grub. Might have to pay.
And also, Sejuani has ult. And also, Lucian's in mid.
It does cost them a little bit of mid-wave priority there, so at least you get, a turret plate or possibly.
And also, you have a shutdown. You have a bounty on you.
Such a massive, massive play there for it.
You know what I mean? Like you want to get 6 grubs, obviously, but I'm just telling you, you cannot get 6 grubs in this situation unless trolls his smite. And you have 4, so you just walk. You walk away. You can't get 6.
Yon really the saving grace for Team Liquid right now. His Lucian is doing work. He's keeping even with Noah, even with all the action happening on the map. The question is it enough, Yon?
And your bot lane's taking another tower. You're getting gold that way. Why are we throwing?
Things are starting to crumble very quickly for Team Liquid. The top has fallen apart.
And we gave the kill to Lucian too, which is like super bad.
Fnatic, but TL with an excellent punish.
Yon really the saving grace for Team Liquid right now. His
5 basically gets you another. Yeah, that's right. 5 doesn't. I mean, it gets you extra true damage on the turret is what it gets you, but that doesn't matter. It's not worth the shutdown, right?
Be able to get away to safety. No shockwave available for humanoids. But things are
Fnatic are very irresponsible with their bounties. They are. That's a very good point. Humanoid is giga irresponsible with his bounties.
Can make a play happen. Oscar.
I'm eating gummy bears and I'm 33 years old. That sounds great, man. I'm 37 years old and I'm streaming in my parents' basement while I'm in Colorado, and my mom brings me grilled cheese and tomato soup for lunch. So, we all have our things. It's pretty great.
Pressuring more in the early game. They don't really do a lot around this 1.5 to 1 item mark compared to champions like the Orianna, the Viego, these champions that spike or can spike pretty hard early on.
I mean, these fights are largely going to come down to that whole... Well, I say Team Liquid's composition is very straightforward, front to back, right? You want to set up on those objectives, and you either want to use your front line to force your way into an objective, or once you've started the objective, use it that the moment the enemy comes in close, you turn and engage. I mean, this isn't a perfect example, but you overstep. And
what am I doing back in the States? Doing some work with Play Versus in Colorado.
So nice stuff there from Team Liquid. The Dragon started off.
Good steal, though. Razork. Stole a grub, got them to 4 grubs, is now stolen a Drake. He is taken over here.
Yep, remains calm. After the last death on top side, hits the smite, gets the objective here for them. And
to be fair, I also do things like cater my parents' parties while I'm here. I made a massive amount of steak and like 2 kinds of salsa for street tacos for a party that my parents had. So I'm also helping out,
Now I think Team Liquid need time. 1.5 items on Yon. Would love for him to get to that rapid fire cannon.
Aren't they the company you flame for messing up high school esports? They are, but they have a different management now. And I would like high school esports to go better, so I'm trying to help.
You really have to be aware of Ash arrow angles trying to keep.
Did you wish her happy Mother's Day? Motherfucker, I bought her a giant ass bouquet and gave it to her yesterday because I knew tomorrow on Sunday I'm going to be dead from having to stay up all fucking night for this shit. So I preempted Mother's Day.
Track of Jun here is kind of important for Team Liquid.
I would also say this is when Viego is at one of his strongest points. That initial item gives you just so much dueling power. The moment that you get one reset, he can be an absolute menace.
I think Umti's been spotted here going for this play on a Humanoid.
Humanoid getting a bit of poke down. We'll take the passive away, making the dive that much harder if they do want to try to go for it. Gets the pull back on the Arctic Assault. Good shockwave. Forces the ult for ult trade. APA a little bit
TP,
step up, but Oscar in and
Am I allowed to disclose what I'm doing with Play Versus? I'm doing a bunch of different things with them. Chew for us. Thank you for your Twitch Prime sub. But when I'm here, I was going to the Colorado State Championships, and I'm trying to talk to schools in Colorado and coaches about what Play Versus can help do better for them. So I'm literally driving around the state talking. You know, I stream in the morning, and then I like go to high schools in the afternoon. I've been working a lot. It's been rough, guys. And then I pop off on TikTok at night.
No real resources left. APA going back in onto Humanoid. Forces the ult for ult trade. APA. Humanoid getting a bit of poke down. We'll take the passive away, making the dive that much harder if they do want to try to go for it. Gets the pull back on the Arctic Assault.
Shockwave into stun, so there's no shockwave now. Not a lot of mana on Oriana either. Oscar and in comes in with the TP. So APA just turns onto Humanoid, knowing that he doesn't have ults. Flashes for him. Flash follow. And gets the reset. Pops over. And Core JJ makes it down. Shutdown, unfortunately, goes on to Core JJ, but whatever. It was well played by APA. I might be a teacher in Colorado. This is the thing I can get involved in. I mean, if you're coaching if you're helping out with your high school's esports program, yeah, sure.
Recognizing how dangerous this situation is, knowing that he could get pulled through the wall from Oscar in.
Yeah, Oscar Inn's R key broken. Yeah, why didn't he ult APA right here? All right. Talsiver, thank you for your Twitch Prime sub.
Teleport there, coming to support Humanoid.
Absolutely love the confidence from APA, recognizing how
yeah, APA played well.
Knowing that he could get pulled through the wall from Oscar in, he makes the choice to dive onto Humanoid's face.
Yeah. I think he makes the correct call here because he knows Humanoid doesn't have ult, and he sees Humanoid doesn't have a lot of mana. So, you know, he doesn't want to get dragged into Narnia by Oscar and in, but at the same time, he actually buffers out of Oscar Inn's W. And then he ults him away. Nice. Well played.
Absolutely love the confidence from APA, recognizing how dangerous.
Oscar Inn ulted Triss just before she engaged on Ori. Really?
Team Liquid, kind of a dangerous place, so 1.5 high to the game where he's been spotted here.
I don't know about that.
TP. But Oscar Inn wants to keep this play going. Knows that no real
Maybe he could have. There was not a long time window there.
Stepping in, Oscar TP's in and gets nothing.
APA leapfrog there as he's able to use the flash to get to the other side, and they still come out with the kill despite the teleport there, coming to support Humanoid.
Absolutely love the confidence from APA.
This Cassante looks more balanced.
This situation is knowing that he could get pulled through the wall from Oscar in, he makes the choice to dive onto Humanoid's face, get the reset onto his W, dive back out, and outplay the whole situation. Incredible stuff from him.
Playing with confidence, so critical, and seeing the bottom side where the Ash Arrow was used towards Jan, but no hit there.
APA. Very confident 2-level lead on the Cassante. Does just continue to walk up. 1.5 items now. Kraken Slayer completed. We take a look. MasterCard Lean Economy snapshot slightly favored in both AD positions.
I follow both CS and League esports. Seeing everyone whine about APA chatting seems such weak shit compared to what CS pros do. Yes, But CS is an esport for adults. Dude, the shit that CS pros yell at each other on stage is fucking hilarious. They just straight up shout at each other. It's very funny. They're a lot more mean than APA. APA is very mild. They use the naughty words. They do that in R6 too. I know, it's great. It was really fun doing the Rainbow Six Major in Mexico City when I was hosting that, because I'd be standing on the desk and just listening to all the insane shit talk that was going on. It was awesome.
They have to be a little bit careful, and Umpty is there to escort him and allow them to actually finish off that Rift Herald, take it before the tower goes down.
Sun 5 finally completed Impact is going to help him a lot. But yeah, I mean, Team Liquid, even though they're 1,000 gold down, not the end of the world for them. You can see Yon with 2 items fully completed is feeling pretty confident with the control of a mid. That tower is going to be chipped away at. If Noah, he's in some serious danger here. Yeah, he knows how dangerous.
You do the R6 majors. I did one. I hosted the Mexico City major.
Liquid, momentum slowly shifting back.
It was fun. It was really fun.
Was dictating a lot of the early game, but he's not quite having the same impact as we enter the mid game.
I mean, 5 minutes ago, it was almost a 3K gold lead for Fnatic. Now it's less than 1. TL have done a fantastic job punishing some of these over-aggressive moves, and now APA...
Oh, he buffers the arrow. Nice. Ooh, nice job by Umti. They get APA out, and he swaps over his Knight's Vow. You see that? Umti swaps his Knight's Vow just in case.
Shockwave there, but he already gets the knockback. TP now burned. Both sides happy to back off. TL have to commit the TP to make it happen, though.
A little trigger happy, I feel, from Team Liquid.
Yeah, I shouldn't have TP'd there.
Can't afford to have Impact losing out on these waves in the side. He does TP, paranoid about the fact that Fnatic is forcing another fight, and Fnatic will be happy with that exchange.
Yeah, that was all props to Humanoid. As he got knocked back, he hit the shockwave onto APA, and Impact comes in to make sure that the long chase is not there. But that's going to be a critical cooldown missing here for the macro for TL.
I mean, yeah, great that you highlighted it, Kobe, because Dragon, 17 seconds. We take stock of some of the ultimates that have been used. That's APA's ulti gone, Umti's ult gone, Humanoid's ult gone, but Impact's
Been a fan for a long time. Do you still speak to Doa? Of course I do. Yo, go to this link. Last Redation Culture. I'm probably gonna fuck this up. I always fuck it up. We do a show together. Watch it. There you go. Just go to that channel, subscribe, and Doa and I do a show every week. You don't have to miss me and Doa. It's a funny show.
A massive bubble from Core JJ almost swings the fight in favor of Team Liquid, but Razork is just barely able to get the kill onto Umti and steal away his soul. The Dragon's still up.
Up onto 3. Back up.
APA is on the wave on bottom side. TL got to back off.
John still playing very far forward. Razor trying to find the stun.
Yeah, Yun didn't really get the angle there, but pretty. Oh my god, super sick Ornult, by the way. Look at that. Impact just smurfing that Ornult from mid lane. Look at that. So they get hit by the tidal wave, then they get slowed by this Ornult, and then he hits 3. He actually hits all 5 people with 2 parts of the Ornult. It's too bad Tristana isn't there. Ah, too bad. Yeah, the Nami ult was super good. The Ornult was super good, but no Twistana to do damage. I was dying last thing listening to your guys' Rebel Moon review. Yes, thank you. I thought Doa was fucking hilarious in that one. I mean, he's normally funny, but I thought he was particularly funny in that one. Bad calling? Yeah, it was super bad calling. Bad calling, bad culling. They had no damage during all that CC.
A massive bubble from Core JJ almost swings the fight in favor of Team Liquid, but Razork is just barely able to get the kill onto Umti and steal away his soul. The Dragon's still up, but TL with control over the mid wave. With the arrival of APA are feeling confident and don't want to give this objective up for free.
Yeah, that was a good job by Fnatic, pulling the trigger there when they saw that the Tristana was on the wave.
Are you sticking around for G2 PSG? I have to watch those games live because immediately when both best of 5s end, I do Power Spike. So I can't stream tomorrow because I'm going to be fucking dead, guys. I literally will have watched 4 best of 5s in a 24-hour period, and will I have streamed 9 games. So I'm streaming 9 games of review. I have to watch 2 best of 5s tonight. Then I have to do Power Spike, and then I fucking get to sleep. And then I do Summoning Insight Monday. I am Bomo. Thank you. NA number 1. Factually incorrect. But I appreciate your subscription.
Even though Team Liquid lost the initial fight, they still had very healthy, well, champions ready to.
When am I going back to Korea? May 23rd.
Keep your eyes on Core here. He's gonna land a
Yeah, I'll host somebody at the end of this. I'll probably host Yamato. Because I've noticed he hasn't had that many viewers, and he's great. So he deserves more viewers. You guys go watch Yamato.
And then it's able to dash away to safety. Fnatic, with 5 members alive, you think could secure the objective, but it's not quite enough as APA finds an impressive pick, taking tail to 2 dragons up.
You see immediately afterwards that lack of flash costing Razork his life as APA found him in the river and got the objective afterwards.
Look at how strong this Tristana is now.
I think this orange skin rules.
Humanoid, a full level, working towards his second item. Even though they are largely full AD.
Does the series actually move the needle for you in the EU versus NA debate? No. I mean, they're all bad, guys. I like G2 only.
APA has been one of the most controversial figures in International League of Legends.
Right now, G2 is the only Western team I like.
Gets criticized so much and still embraces the trash.
And then I like a lot of Chinese and Korean teams because I find them interesting.
International stage at MSI versus E.
Here are the teams that I like right now. Here are the teams that I like. BLG, Top Esports, NIP, FBX, Hanwha Life, Gen G, T1, Shopify Rebellion, and G2.
He is performing.
And NIP had a good playoff run, and I like Rookie.
I have to agree. This man is trash talking before he even knows he's playing against Europe. The full confidence, the full commitment, despite leaving himself vulnerable.
I like Shopify Rebellion because their games are fun to watch.
Fnatic's gold lead is dissipated. Team Liquid are playing with nothing but confidence. They're playing on 2 lanes, and they're forcing.
I like the Guangdong Freaks for a while, but then they let me down by losing to Breon twice in a row.
It's a very short cooldown, but it is there, and so Team Liquid trying to take advantage of that little timing window to keep their vision up inside Fnatic.
What about Carmine Corp? No, I hate watching Carmine Corp. Miserable. I'm hoping, guys, I'm hoping that I get to like Cloud9 soon. That's my hope.
Getting pushed back again. They've got good tools if we get later into the game, but they're against the double 80 carry comp. It might just be so tough, especially because you have double items on APA and Yon already.
So the thing that we haven't talked about, we mentioned earlier, Oscar.
I also do like Team Liquid's macro, generally speaking. Like, I like the coaching on Team Liquid. There are things I like about Team Liquid. I do not like FlyQuest right now.
Good bit of poke. APA. Small chunk there. Once again, just going in under Razork, knowing that he's stronger in the 1v1. Damage onto Upti is big, though. The fight already kicking off, and Upti just about deleted. Impact off to the side. Call the Forge God up and available. Second rank in the ultimate, and Yon just continues stronger in the 1v1. Damage onto Upti.
Why did we use Shockwave onto
Oscar, though, speak of the devil.
Umpty?
Good bit of poke. APA. Small chunk there. Once again, just going in under Razork, knowing that he's stronger in the 1v1.
Dude, we literally used 3 ults onto Umpty. We literally just triple ulted a Sejuani. A Sejuani who doesn't have ult.
Small chunk there. Once again, just going in under Razork, knowing that he's stronger in the 1v1. Damage onto Upti is big, though. The fight already kicking off.
I like how Impact's not even here, and then he just walks up. He's like, it's my time to ult now. And Umpty can still use his ult. His ult just came up. All right, we missed the Ornn ult. Oscar can't win that.
Oscar keeps walking up. I don't know if they're going to get another chance to find a fight like this. Dash in from Yon. Confidence into the face of Noah. One more Q. Double auto. Wants the dash in. APA keeps going. Leaping face first into Cassante. It's completely psycho. And Oscar is quick to...
Umpty, you got to save core there. All right, there we go. Yun plays really well. He forces Noah's flash. ABA is good W. He has good jump buffers this game. He goes in. He's got Knight's Vow. Remember, APA is the one who has Knight's Vow. I like how he jumps into Oscar and insult. All right, maybe a little bit too much, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, Yun still has Flash Cleanse. Very good. Yun has really surprised me, man. I am really surprised that this guy, who really showed no improvement for such a long time, has suddenly improved so much. It's the Korean boot camp, man. Dude, look how much they waste on this. Fucking Sejuani. Arrow. Chain of Corruption. Then they shockwave him. Now they just have nothing. It's like now they can't fight anymore. Calling onto Jun, forces Jun's flash. Then they get the knock up onto Ori, then the stun. Yun is backpedaling right here. Nice Q from onto very nice Q there from Q from onto Razork. Nice heal onto Impact. So Yun already blew Jun's flash. Then he blows Fnatic's Noah's flash. Then he gets the kill anyway. Then he comes back to finish off the Cassante.
They built these players up along with Spawn, who's the head coach now, and APA flashing in there, getting that explosion, getting the reset. Yon on the Lucian Nami, one of the characters that gets criticized.
On the road again. Thank you for your subscription. I appreciate you. Welcome back.
At the hands of North America, the hands of Team Liquid, the pressure has never been higher.
Core smurfs this fight, but he's on Nami, so nobody notices. No, I mean, he was doing a great job of healing. Watch it again from Core, looking at Core. He walks up and gets stunned, and then flashes Razork. I'm trying to watch what Core was doing, but that part wasn't impressive. I mean, his tidal wave is super nice. Misses his bubble.
Fnatic is indecisive about how they want to engage. Jun oversteps, and the culling was massive, melting through Humanoid and Jun. A good knockup. Impact. Oh, nice flash from Core JJ.
Gets smote. Does get the heal on Impact. Flashing the Viego was big, yeah. Dude, dumping 3 ults into the Sejuani and not getting the kill is so brutal.
And it is a one-team fight for Team Liquid. Team Liquid put faith in their academy system. They built these players up along with Spawn.
They threw their entire giant gold lead, Fnatic.
And APA flashing in there, getting that explosion, getting the reset. Yon on the Lucian Nami, one of the characters that gets criticized the most.
Pursuit out from Yon. Umti and Core retreating. Meanwhile, on the top side, APA pushing in, Impact off in the bottom lane, ready to come up and support.
Yep, that's the key. The 1-3-1 here for Team Liquid. Fnatic grouping up mid. They were really banking on that Ash Arrow to try and find a pick onto Team Liquid.
Remember, it was last year that Fnatic were in dire straits. 2 of the worst regular seasons we'd seen. They brought it back at Worlds. They brought it back this year to bring them to MSI. But now on the cusp of elimination at the hands of North America, the hands of Team Liquid, the pressure has never been higher.
Every Ash Arrow cooldown, you got to look for it. For
Fnatic. Calling, Noah's ulti doesn't connect. Yon is just better. Yon has never been higher.
Every Ash Arrow cooldown, you got to look for it. For Fnatic.
Calling, no.
I love how Yun has actually figured out how to play Lucian properly, because he's playing it like a Chinese or Korean AD carry now, where you just get super aggro in the mid lane.
Every Ash Arrow cooldown, you got to look for it. For Fnatic.
He misses his Chains of Corruption, and that's all she wrote.
secure a tower off the back of that as well. We've talked about confidence, and Yon is playing with nothing but it. Another pick.
Calling out, getting the ulti over the wall. Humanoid hurt.
This is why, though, that I think it's so important to not have regionalized leagues, because if Yun was capable of getting this much better from a little time in Korea, like, imagine if he got consistent practice. I mean, I think G2 could, you know, win worlds if they were constantly in Korea or China. You know what I mean? It's not a talent problem. It's a fucking shit ass practice environment problem.
A massive team fight once again for Team Liquid. Incremental small leads, but they have amounted to a massive.
Calm on me, thank you for your tier 1 sub.
To secure them the series.
Impact, the veteran, in the jungle. He forces Humanoid's flash, and then Yon goes for the kill onto Humanoid and trades 1 for 1.
A dangerous gamble from Yon because, as you mentioned,
It's dangerous because you give up Viego resets and you have no Ornal. But APA's TP saves.
They just don't have the damage left. The arrival of APA to clean up the fight. Team Liquid have been
Team Liquid played pretty well in this last game, guys. Like, some of the other games were fiestas, but this was a solid comeback from TL.
And they're on the precipice of knocking Fnatic out of MSI.
Yawn, 5.3k damage. Game 1, Game 3, discipline for TL won them the day. It is their bloodlust in game
for these. Destroy your base!
Inhibitor. Fnatic ready to mount what could be their final defense.
Exactly, Dracos. The siege is absolutely crazy from Team Liquid. Double AD carry just melts.
Throw the crazy punches. Is here. Razork not take the risk.
All right, final fight, probably.
Risk it all in the fights to come. APA continues to push mid lane. Lock up there. Razork buffer out to safety, but he's already getting chunked down. Call of the Forge God is here. Razork knocked up. Impact not sure if he can quite finish the kill. APA leaps in, takes down one, gets right back out.
My God, APA. I like how aggressively he's playing this Trist, man.
Looking to end it here. It's just Noah and Jun. Razork now coming in. The reset's there. He can see it in his eye. His time to shine. But if he fails, it will cost him everything.
Team Liquid, they're getting poked out, but the APA's taking down the Nexus turrets. Fnatic against the wall, and here comes TL.
PvE, they don't have enough. APA's hitting the Nexus. Team Liquid are taking everything. Team Liquid will knock out Fnatic.
Wow. Yeah, TL carries being aggressive. AP and Yun stepped up, man. You gotta say. All right, guys, so here's the deal. As I said, I unfortunately must go. I am going to host somebody. Somebody deserving. Probably Yamato if he's on. He's on. I'm going to host Yamato. You've been warned. Games start in 2 minutes. I have to stay up all night to watch them. Okay? I am going to do Power Spike as soon as they're over. Which, who knows? Depends on how long these series are. Then, I'm going to sleep. So I will not be streaming tomorrow. Summoning Insight is on Monday morning. I'll be back to streaming on Tuesday. So please follow the Twitch. Subscribe to the YouTube. Thank you for your support. Appreciate you guys. I will see you in a few hours for Power Spike when I'm really fucking tired of making mistakes. Fare thee well.